Boys, girls, people, chimps, great apes. Welcome to the Dropshot live Patron call-in Q&A. We do these at the end of the month, every month, the last Saturday of the month at 1 p.m. Pacific time. This is unscripted, uncut. It's cut a little bit. I mean, we just nothing.
Not
like
really.
Crazy.
Yeah, not really.
Yeah, it's basically uncut. Anyways,
Cool.
so this is open to Platinum and Damascus patrons. It's one of the benefits we offer to those people, as kind of an incentive to go from gold to platinum, or Damascus. Be Damascus, of course. So yeah, this is just, we have people call in. You can ask a question. We can just chat, whatever. As always, be respectful of, or be mindful of, rather, everyone's time. There's no fucking time limit for individuals, but get to it. Get to it, because we have a fucking hard out at 3 p.m. Pacific time. So if there are more people, then see ya. So just keep that in mind. Not that many people in there right now, though. Plenty of time to chat. And you know the vibes. All right, let's start with our first fucking caller. Jay Bunner, you are live
on
the air.
Hello.
What's up, bud? Let's go ahead and start this off by muting that fucking stream, dude. Let's stop the echo. How you doing, man?
I'm good. I'm a nervous little boy.
Are you nervous? Little nervous boy?
A little bit.
So
yeah.
Just to let you know, we probably get about 5,000 listens per episode. Now I want you to close your eyes and imagine. Have you ever been to a concert before?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A Green Day concert, actually.
A Green Day concert. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, so I don't know how recently that was. I don't know if they can pull 5,000 people these days. They're old. But I want you to imagine yourself at that concert, look around, and all of these people, that number of people, they're staring at you.
Wow.
And listening to every word you say. So don't be nervous.
That's nerve-wracking, yeah.
I'm kidding. You're gonna do great. Where are you from? I'm detecting an accent, obviously.
Yeah, I'm from England.
Whereabouts in England?
Sounds a little different than England, yeah. I guess there's a lot of accents there.
Wales?
I'm from a town called Southport, which is actually near Wales, yeah. But I currently live in Liverpool, so maybe
so that's like northwest?
Exactly.
Northwestern England? Yeah, okay. Interesting. That's cool. What do you guys do up there?
Drink?
Not a lot. The weather's pretty bad.
Weather, yeah.
Everyone drinks. Yeah, I don't know.
That makes sense. Yeah, well, not much to do when it's fucking storming outside. Your name I've seen around quite a lot for quite a while. But because you're in England, you're not able to make many of the hangouts, obviously, because you're asleep or drinking. But I think you came to your first hangout yesterday. Is that correct?
No, I've been to like the last 3.
Oh, really?
Early ones, yeah.
Yeah, I think when we usually do customs, right, is when he's there.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the first time he showed up, I think was when we were playing Rebirth, and he was fucking dunking on everyone. I'm pretty sure that's what happened. I think he won his first game. Yeah. Didn't you win it? Yeah.
Yeah.
What weapons were you using?
I think at the time it was the Mac 10.
So he ruined customs. Yeah, he ruined customs.
Cool.
It's that simple. Yeah.
Pretty
Sweat,
sure I was
try
running
hard.
the
Got it. Sweat, try hard. No, I'm kidding. When did you start listening to the podcast?
It was pretty much a year ago. I went back to work and I needed something to listen to, and it was about July the 11th, I think.
Damn, he's got down to the day.
How do you remember the date? Tell us about that.
Because I remember the day I had to go back to work after having 4 months off.
Oh.
That makes sense. Did you get Did you get injured or something?
No, it was lockdown during lockdown.
Oh.
So we were locked down.
We've been locked down for that long.
Oh, it's been more than a year. Yeah, now we're locked down again here, basically. We have to wear masks out in public again. Do you even know that, Raz?
I'm not. Arrest me. I'm not wearing a mask outside anymore. I'm done.
Wow. Any Trump
arrest
voters?
Me. Arrest me.
Yeah.
No.
People seem to care a lot less this time. Like Albertsons, there's always like 10 people that's not wearing them. The workers don't care either. Yeah. They don't even wear them half the time.
Yep. Yeah. And I've seen these people at my fucking grocery store for 20 years. I'll tell them to fuck off.
Aren't you guys like still locked down again there, or is it coming back again?
No, the restrictions got lifted.
Oh.
So you can pretty much do what you want, but people still wear masks a little bit.
I guess it's Australia, I was thinking.
What are the two parties in England? There's the Labour Party, and then there's like... Oh, it's called Conservative there as well. Okay.
Yeah.
Labour is the Liberals, right? The Socialists, the Communists?
Yeah, I think so. I'm not...
Okay.
Yeah, I was trying to stay out of politics over here because people fall out over it. I mean, it's the same there, isn't it? But yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, people literally kill each other over it here. Yeah.
Actually,
people run over protesters, shoot them, stab them, all sorts of things. Yeah.
Yeah.
Pull them out of cars, beat them up, stomp them.
Yeah. Do you remember that story, dude, of the guy driving the truck, and there were a bunch of protesters surrounding him.
Yeah.
And then they were trying to pull him out of the car. So of course, he fucking drives through them. And then everyone on Twitter's like, this guy's evil. This guy is such a monster. It's like, dude, what was he supposed to do? Just get killed?
He was supposed to not go on the highway. That's what was supposed to happen. He wasn't supposed to be driving on the highway, right?
He wasn't supposed to deliver groceries to the grocery store because that's what he was doing.
Well, grocery stores are all greedy capitalist pigs, right? So they should all burn.
He's supposed to just lose his job by saying, you know what? Nah, I'm not going to go do my delivery today. What people?
Yeah, that was crazy. And then they get so shocked when they start running people over. It's like, bro, if I'm standing in a street, I'm expecting to get run over. It's that simple. I mean, holy shit.
Yeah, it's insane. Yeah. If anyone tries to pull me out of my car, I'm driving. I don't care what's in front of me. It simply doesn't matter.
Yeah.
See ya.
You're a typical white male. Want to run over the less fortunate.
It's so dumb. It's like, yeah, okay, I guess he was supposed to be drug out of his truck and killed? Beaten?
Sure. Yeah, so he's supposed to, yeah.
It's so stupid. Anyways, how old are you, Bunner?
29, going on 30.
Oh, so you're our age, huh?
Yeah, it's I'm getting there.
He's got a manly voice.
Talk about.
I guessed more, honestly, late 30s. I think it's the accent. I don't know. What do you think, Raz?
That's good.
It is harder to tell when people have an accent how old
they are.
Imagine
having an accent, cringe.
Yeah,
you
should
work
speak.
out how old you were, Raz, from hearing your voice. I just couldn't work it out at all.
Thought he was 16.
My age?
Yeah, I don't.
How old do you think I was?
I couldn't. I thought you were like either some really young guy or some dead old.
Interesting.
I don't know.
That's odd. I don't hear that one often.
Well, you do.
I hear that I look different than I sound sometimes, but never that I sound
Yeah, I thought that as well.
Huh. Odd. Either way. This is your first call-in, huh? Why didn't you like us until today?
Yeah.
No, just well, I had to upgrade to platinum at first.
Oh, that's
been a
right.
gold
Yeah.
patron for a while, yeah. And then I
Get
just upgraded to
scammed. Let's go.
Well,
Huge.
I upgraded to ask you a question in the Q&A in the channel, literally just to do that.
Oh my God.
Did you? Oh my God.
Have we gotten to that question
Urban
yet?
That way too.
No, not yet.
Not yet. Interesting.
We're about 3 months behind.
Yeah, we're about 3 months behind. Yeah, we'll get to it one of these days.
Not in that channel. Are we?
It's like 2 months. Yeah.
I think it's like 1 or 2. Yeah. Okay. Interesting.
It's all good. It's all good.
Well, I mean, I guess you could ask some questions now if you wanted to ask that one, another one, both, neither.
Yeah, you could ask your question if you want. That's not a bad idea, actually.
It's an idea for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. So Right. Well, what would you think about some sort of perk or field upgrade where it would be like an insta-thirst perk? So as soon as you shoot them and down them, they don't get downed. You go straight to the gulag.
Ooh.
It sounds like a horrible idea, but
it sounds it would be very strong. That's my first thought. It'd be very strong, so it'd have to go in a category with other very strong perks like Ghost or something. It'd have to go up against that, like Ghost or Overkill. I feel like that perk would almost need to have like a downside to it, but I guess they usually don't.
Maybe something you pick up like Specialist. You know the way there's a Specialist token on the floor?
Yeah.
If it's a field upgrade instead?
Yeah, I don't know.
So in your mind, when you're thinking insta-thirst, would that insta-thirst even if somebody has a self-res?
Yes.
Oh, possibly, yeah.
I believe
possibly.
It would.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I
don't know if I'd want that. Trying to think. I don't think I would. No, I don't think I'd want that in the game.
Yeah, because here's what I'm thinking. If it's a blue perk, everyone will run it, and then people won't ever be downed anymore unless you haven't gotten loadout yet. If it's a red perk, no one will run it because Ghost. So then the game wouldn't change and it wouldn't matter, which Raven loves to do. So they might take you up on this idea. Just add things to the game that don't actually get used ever. And if it's a yellow perk, still probably doesn't get used. Probably not worth it over amped. So again, I don't think most people would use it.
Well, I just feel like there has to be a counter to it. Like somebody on the receiving end, there almost needs to be like a perk that you could run where that doesn't happen to you. And you like run the risk of using that. Because like, what if you go to the gulag, you have a self-res or something, you know, you're playing like duos and then you get downed at that point. Like if you're just insta-thirsted, you're just fucked. You have to be bought back. Yeah, for Warzone, I don't think...
It actually wouldn't be that strong, the more I think about it. Most of the time you get a down, you can get a finish. It would be a good perk on like a sniper class. Then it would be really good, actually.
That would be a good call, yeah, because you get a lot of knocks with snipers, like somebody up on a rooftop. That happens to us all the time. You know, we get 8 knocks, we end the game with 5,000 damage, yet we had like 2 kills because they all just get rezzed. That would be interesting. Wow, yeah.
Yeah. But even then, yeah, I think it's, I don't know. I think it's a little too out of the purview of what it's just taking away like a giant mechanic in the game, the down mechanic, and just eliminates it. I think that's like really fucking strong.
It would make lobbies die out quicker.
Yeah, that too. It wouldn't be good for the game. Yeah, true. If it was a field upgrade, it would have to work similarly to Dead Silence, where you pop it and you have whatever 60 seconds of insta thirst. Which that could be okay. That could be like fine. I just don't think it would add anything I would want to the game. That's not something I would like be excited about. If it was a field upgrade though, and it worked for 60 seconds after you popped it, that would be something that I would be like fine with. Wouldn't break the game, and it would also be useful but not overpowered, so it would actually get used. But even in that case, which is the only case I would think that it would both do something and not be OP, then I would just be kind of ambivalent about it. Like, okay, I mean, it's fine, but it's not something I would want in the game necessarily. But if I had to add it, it would be that way. A field upgrade and a limited time after pop. Call it like bloodthirsty. No, that's a metal. I don't know what.
Let's not call it bloodthirsty. Yeah.
Yeah. Call it. Yeah. I don't.
Yeah, I like that idea though.
Yeah, I think it would make lobbies die out too quickly, which wouldn't be fun all around. I don't think.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Because that's an interesting thought, though.
As much as I hate like the gulag, it does get people more kills that way, since people are just always spawning in, you know. So that's like one good thing about it. Just always killing the lobby.
Yeah. What made you think of this idea?
I think it was Tanner said about sniping. I think that's what made me think about it. I think I was watching someone and they
Yeah,
were saying, yeah, I didn't get, I got the down, but I didn't get the kill.
Yeah.
All the time, yeah. I noticed also in this question, he said he asked us on Twitter, and he got simply ignored, so get scammed. He upgraded just to ask that question. Fantastic.
Absolutely.
So from now on, we're not replying to anything on Twitter, and we're going to hope that happens every time, right?
True, yeah.
I
Sure.
assume it just got lost.
Yeah, oh, it was lost. It must have been lost, yeah. Cool.
Yeah, man. Well, hope that helped. Any other questions, dude?
Sort of a quick topic.
Good.
So I do this I was watching Mutex a while ago, and I think it was a YouTube video, and he was talking about getting your aim better, and one thing he did was play with aim assist off in customs against bots. So I don't do that normally. I just normally feel better in bots in customs for a while before I jump on. So try turning aim assist off. And if people don't think aim assist is OP, turn it off in customs and then see what it's like, and then turn it back on.
Were you surprised?
And it's crazy how you don't need to do anything.
Were you surprised by how effective aim assist is once you realized?
Yeah.
You played with it off? Yeah.
Massively.
That doesn't sound like good practice to me. That sounds like bad advice from Mutex. That doesn't even make sense.
No, I think that's pretty good.
But you don't have, it's like, sure, it helps you kind of get on target maybe, but it's like aim assist also gives you slowdown, so this doesn't even give you slowdown. It'd be like nothing. I don't see how that'd be that beneficial, to be honest.
Well,
I mean,
once I got used to it, sorry, once I got used to it, I started to realize that sometimes in certain situations, having no aim assist was a benefit. And I think TGD mentioned it when he tried a Cronus once on stream or something. He said, I can't flick from person to person. And it made that easier on controller, especially.
One of the, I think, if you have aim assist off, it's going to be easier to shoot. So if there's two guys, if there's a guy in front of you, 15 degrees to your left, 10 meters, and there's a guy behind, and then there's a guy 15 meters away from you, 15 degrees to your right, and you need to kill the guy on the right before the guy on the left, then you'd prefer to have aim assist off, because if you're trying to drag through the first guy to get to the second guy because he's one shot or because he's the one shooting you, you don't want aim assist in that case, because you're going to get the slowdown on the first guy. But so that is true. There are some downsides in some special cases like that. Aim assist is still worth running though. But yeah, that is true. There are some times where it'll fuck you up. People talked about that a lot in Cold War, actually. Like, aim assist fucks me up so bad. It's like, yeah, sometimes, sure.
Yeah.
Like, have you tried sniping? You should try that. Won't fuck you up then.
Yeah, true.
But yeah. So, yeah, I think that's good advice though from Mutex. I've heard that from a lot of pros to warm up with bots with aim assist off. There are a ton of pros that do that. Like, that is not the first time I've heard that.
Just sounds weird. I can get it kind of maybe just getting used to say verticality changes, shooting at somebody low and then going up to a window, and it gives you practice where to move your thumb at which angle and at which speed to get up to that window as quickly as possible without having slowdown. But I don't know, at the same time it sounds like it would just fuck you up because you're not getting things like the slowdown. I don't know, but I wouldn't really know, so Mutex would probably know more than me. I just don't really fully understand that is more what I'm kind of getting at, but yeah. I mean, it must be true if he's saying it. So.
Agreed. All right, Bun Man. Anything else, buddy?
Bun Man. Wow.
No, like everyone says, thanks for doing what you do. You've kept me occupied in work. I don't really know what I did before I listened to this podcast and played COD. So, yeah, thanks for that.
Thanks, dude. We appreciate it, man.
Happy to help, dude. I think our #1 listener base is people at work.
Yeah.
Listening to pods.
Yeah,
That's me. Jay Bunner, do you want to plug anything?
No. Be nice to play with anyone from the community. I don't have a squad to run with really. So if anyone's
What is your Warzone, KD? What, do you usually play like Rebirth, Verdansk? What do you usually do? Because you were fucking cracking kids when we played.
I normally play Rebirth, but I've only got a 1.08 KD.
Okay. I mean, you were frying that lobby, so yeah, there we go. Hey, Euro lads.
Well above average.
English boys.
Good to hear.
Hook up with him, yeah.
Yeah, Jay Bunner, yeah. And post in Warzone looking for squad.
Yeah, it's probably harder over there for sure, but
yeah.
Well, tell your friends to join, right? Tell your real life friends, coworkers, family members to join and play Warzone together.
Send them the Patreon link and say, just join Damascus real quick. It's important.
Just real quick, yeah. I need something real fast. Yeah.
Slowly do it. Yeah. All right, buddy. Appreciate the call, man. Let's do this again. I know you didn't like us until today, but call in again, dude. This is a good little chat here.
Thanks, man.
Thanks, guys.
All right, bud. Take it easy. You too.
See you later.
Let me get to this real quick before you drag the next person.
Come on, man.
Jesus Christ.
Mad
Sure. Total Toad, what's up, dude? With 100 biddies, get scammed with 14 months. Okay, I like that number. Rune, he says, sup girl, K. With a 12-month, another little 1-year boy. Deacon, with a 12-month. Jesus, the 1-year boys are out today, right? And Copy Boy, with 5 gifted subs.
What a demon, dude.
Boys, thank you very much. Cope, really appreciate that, dude. Deacon, Rune, Get Scammed, Toad, thank you, gentlemen. Appreciate that greatly.
I sure fucking don't want to be famous, dipshit.
Yeah, let's get that out of chat. Boys, thank you very much.
We need Art and Hee in here to do that banned phrase thing. I don't know how to do that.
Yeah, where's Art and Hee? Get him in here. Get Art and Hee
in here now. He's such a god. I didn't know that was a thing. I've been on Twitch for fucking 8 years.
Well,
I didn't know that was a thing.
I mean, he's a Twitch mod. That's what he does.
He's
His full-time job is modding. He does homework and mod.
Art and Hee, dude.
Yeah. Cool. All right. So who's up next? Urban?
I'm a thirsty fucking boy. Yeah, it's Urban.
I'll drag him in. Here we go. Cool. Urban Big Dick is here.
Urban, well,
I've been waiting 30 minutes to say that. So.
Oh, what? Oh, guys, howdy.
Don't say howdy,
buddy. We're gonna start with this. Explain your Discord nickname now, because it says Urban Bigfoot with an underscore after it. Remove it.
Well, that underscore is literally for you.
Hold on. Hold the fuck on, dude. And then in parentheses, there's a broken heart emoji.
Wow.
Cringe.
How sad.
Explain all of it, please.
Oh, dude, they call me the Heartbreak Kid, man.
Nobody's ever called you that.
Snapping them, bro.
Oh, nobody's ever called you that, Irvin. Not once.
All right, next.
Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah, I had to regroup there. I had to regroup, and it's that simple.
Howdy.
Starting this over again. Okay, cool.
All right, Heartbreak Kid. How you doing today, dude?
Oh, I'm hanging in there, man. Just trying to do some housework, just catch up on the weekend and stuff like that. Being an adult sucks, but it's like
you're not an adult.
I wouldn't know.
You're a child, Irvin.
Whoa.
What's your age?
I wish. I'm actually 25, dude.
ASL.
I'm 26 in November.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, ASL.
I thought you were like 23.
So 25 male identifying location.
I'm in Ohio, unfortunately.
Ooh, that is super unfortunate.
There we go.
Yep.
I've been to Ohio. My aunt used to live there. Dog shit state, Urban. The worst.
Don't have to tell me, man.
It's good for one thing. Massive houses for dirt cheap because nobody wants to live there. Holy shit.
Well,
she had a mansion and
potatoes,
paid.
Right?
Potatoes in Ohio?
Thinking of Idaho, buddy. Jeez, Idaho and Ohio are different states.
We have corn and meth.
You know where pickles come from?
Pretty much about all.
Oh.
A lot of meth, yeah, I'm sure of that. Yeah, Ohio, I mean, I haven't been to like Florida, so in terms of states I've been to, most humid, disgusting state I've ever been in. Awful. I hate it. Change it.
Well, I'm glad I know any place else I go is just going to be positive for me then. That's upsides, dude. Heck
It
yeah.
can't get worse, yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, you could go to Guantanamo Bay and you'd have more fun. At least the weather's probably nicer.
Is there really a lot of meth there? Meth capital USA, Rune says.
Really?
Is it really?
I think there was an article during the pandemic. It was like meth lab explodes and then 2 die of COVID.
Oh, shit.
Can you imagine?
So, yeah.
There's this charred corpse, and they're like, "All right, guys, let's take this to the mortician," and he tests it. He tests the burnt, charred corpse for COVID, test positive,
Yeah,
and then on his obituary, died of COVID, which actually happened. It actually happened. People who got like, if you got like bitten by a shark and you were missing your left leg and you drowned, the fucking Coast Guard would recover your body, plant COVID on you, test you for it, positive. This guy died of COVID.
Just carry
the
COVID
coast of
vibes.
Newport Beach. Yeah.
Let's hit the black helicopters for that one. Coast Guard is planting COVID on people eaten by sharks, according to Raz.
Correct. That is correct. That is, of course, true.
See that on Infowars.com or what?
Well, I look into it, as Eddie Bravo would say. Anyways, Urban, this is your first call-in?
It is, yeah. I've been gold until
he's broke.
last night.
That's true. That's true.
It's not that. I just figure I don't want to give you guys any more money.
Yeah,
want to be super stubborn.
Course true. That's of course true. Yeah, you're a smart guy.
What made you finally acquiesce? Why did you pony up, as it were, as they say?
I think this is my first Saturday in a while that I don't actually have too much stuff to do, and I can kind of sit down and chill and actually have time to call in.
Okay. So what does housework mean? What is that?
Oh, I got to set up some security cameras. I got to do some laundry, some stuff like that. I mean, so.
Do you work at fucking Raytheon? Why do you need security cameras?
Oh, dude.
He lives in Ohio, man.
Yeah, bro.
There's a lot of Amish people there.
Do you have a meth lab you need to secure?
I do
need to keep surveillance on?
People need to spare change out of my car and stuff, apparently, to buy it. So, I mean, the dude's truck, like two houses down, I think, got broken into a couple nights ago. So I was like, whatever.
Have you tried locking your car doors?
Yes, but dude, I lived in Cleveland for 7 years and never had an issue. And then Cleveland? I moved here. Ooh. Yeah, then I moved here, and then it's like it's been 1 month and I'm already having issues. So
you said you moved out of Cleveland. That implies that there are multiple cities in Ohio. I don't know if that's true. Do you live in, where is this, Atlantis? Where do you live? What city?
I live in Canton right now.
Maybe he doesn't want to say, dude. Don't don't force him to say where he's from.
Yeah, I don't care. I mean, you could Google me pretty much if you like know my full name. You could probably
not that
Google
popular.
me and find me.
Oh, you're Mitchell, right?
Yeah, first name, yeah.
Okay, yeah, I got Tanner's message. Well, you said not to say your last initial.
Yeah, if you join my streams,
I'll just say your full last name instead.
Yeah, my IRL.
What are your thoughts on that?
Cool.
Mitchell Eiley. Yeah, cool. Anyways, what
city did my?
No, you're good. You're good. But I was saying, if you join my streams, I play Rebirth with a lot of my IRL homies, and they call me by my first name because they're just like, I'm simply not calling you Urban Bigfoot.
Oh, they shouldn't. Yeah, right? They absolutely should not. I agree with that.
Yeah.
So you're playing Rebirth now, huh? You got over killing AI zombies every day for 8 hours, or what?
Dude, I play all game modes, bro. I'm a Call of Duty fan in general. I have fun. I don't play it enough where I don't play one game mode enough where I get bored of it.
It's actually probably smart, honestly.
My play style doesn't fit Verdansk because I don't know. I'm too chimp like. I'm more of a multiplayer guy. Like that's how I got started in Call of Duty. So Verdansk isn't really that play style, and I don't play it enough to get like Jake down or L2, or I'm just sprinting across the map constantly.
Yeah, well, don't compliment either of them. They're both shit. But yeah, I get what you're saying. That's where, Rebirth is definitely good for that, for chimps. Which is why I'm always surprised that there haven't been more chimps playing it the whole time. I mean, it's just
true,
right? You would think it'd be full of good players, but it's the opposite. It used to be dog shit. Why is L always here?
L stays lurking.
L's a lurker. Holy shit, man.
Yeah.
I can't say anything about him.
Keeps that URL on him, dude.
Yeah.
He's got the dropshot.com/live as his homepage, which you all, of course, should have as well.
Sure.
Urban, is your homepage on all of your browsers the dropshot.com/live?
No, it's actually OnlyFans.
Well,
how many subscriptions do you have active on OnlyFans right now? What does that bill look like every month?
$0, dude. You gotta get in the loopholes right there, dude. No pun intended.
What loopholes
I don't know
are
what
there
that
on
means.
OnlyFans?
Dude, so if you just make an account and then you just follow a chick and then they send you like promotional stuff, dude. So it's like it's literally online, it's literally just like every other website, essentially. It's still free. Loopholes. I'm 25 and single, don't judge me.
Well, I'm not judging you. I'm just going to try and help you out. Have you ever heard of a website called Pornhub.com?
Well, yeah, it's like the same thing, but it's more personalized, dude.
More personalized. Interesting.
See,
That's something Raz would like.
All the famous chicks and stuff, because like when Pornhub wiped out those 100,000 videos or something to, you know, get rid of all the shady stuff, all the big end, high end ladies were like, oh, all our stuff's personal now on OnlyFans, so we're gonna make it so you have to pay for it. So like a lot of them aren't on big websites anymore.
Well, that's smart because they get ripped off doing porn, doing OnlyFans.
Yeah, that does make sense.
They make more in probably 2 or 3 months of OnlyFans actually than a year doing porn because they get ripped off doing that shit.
Yep.
I support a women's right to work.
Stuff.
Yeah, sex work is real work.
Yeah.
Clip it and ship it. Yeah. Interesting.
Don't forget, ladies, you have to pay taxes on that. They usually forget that's a thing. So.
Oh my god, that whole fucking fiasco. What? There was a hashtag for it. What was it? It was
probably
rude
sex
too.
Work is real work.
No, it was a rude. It was like thought it, like an audit, but thought. Was that it?
I don't know. You would
Thought
know,
it?
not me. I don't know.
Wow, that's
I don't
crazy.
think that was it, but it was a pretty rude hashtag, but it was funny as well. Anyways, interesting. Very, very interesting that you have OnlyFans loopholes. How many young ladies are you? How many young men or ladies or both are you following on OnlyFans?
I don't know, probably like a handful. I don't know. I'm not that active, dude. I don't know.
He has 20 fingers on one hand, so.
Interesting.
Touche. I don't know. It's not like I'm constantly just scrolling OnlyFans. It's not like my legitimate homepage. I actually don't know what my homepages are. I think Twitch is my homepage on my laptop.
Cringe.
Do you stream?
I do.
You do. Interesting. We'll get those plugs in there. And you're on the sticks, I take it.
I am, but I'm looking. I was doing new egg shuffles the other day, and a 3070 was $1,200, and I don't know if I want to cough that up right now. But yeah, I'm looking at them still too, because you can do a lot of modded zombie stuff. Like you can get like certain kind of maps that you can't get on consoles and stuff like that. So like I can really boost my zombie gaming community.
Wait, modded maps for Cold War zombies?
For all of them, BO3, everything, dude.
Oh, the older ones, yeah, that makes more sense. Okay. Oh, that's interesting.
Cold War too, dude.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it like against TOS?
I don't know, probably not.
I guess if it's a private match, it wouldn't really matter, huh? That's interesting. We should maybe look into doing that. If you want to send us some resources, Urban, post them in Zombies General.
Okay.
That would be cool. If you
no problemo.
Yeah. Very interesting. Okay. What loadout are you using in Rebirth these days? And how often do you encounter cheaters?
Well, actually, I've been rocking that QBZ and the OTS, and I've just been frying kids, man.
How is the QBZ after the buff?
It's still pretty quick, but just the damage on it, I don't know if they buffed the damage on it or like
they did.
Whatever they did. Okay, so that explains why I'm just knocking kids down. If you put a 45 rounder on, you can get at least 3 kills.
Yeah.
How does it compare to like a Krig or a Farah?
The Krig, I liked the Krig when I played in Verdansk, but I think the Krig moves a little too slow for me.
That makes sense.
Krig feels really good on Verdansk. I agree with that. I don't think... Well, I guess I was using it on Rebirth the other day, and it still felt really good. Yeah, Krig feels so much better now than the Farah. Like, a month ago, it was swapped for me. I didn't like the Krig, but that feels fucking tasty now. It just has 0 recoil and does more damage per shot, so it's a little bit
I think it
I don't know, it
literally
feels better.
doesn't recoil. Like, actually, if you have a
Almost not at
60
all.
round mag and you don't do any control at all and you just shoot at a wall, like, dude, every bullet is within probably, depends how far away you are, I guess, but really close. I mean, it's insanely simple to use. It's crazy going from Tarkov, which I've been playing a lot recently, to finally got flea market, fleet up. Like dog shit, because I am dog shit. Fleet up. Flea market is what I'm referring to. Only real Tarky boys will understand. It's crazy going from that game to fucking using a Krig. It's actually outrageous. It's not possible to use a gun with that little recoil in probably any other game besides fucking Call of Duty. Every gun has recoil in every other game. It's very odd to me, but it's nonetheless quite fun and gratifying to just aim somewhere, shoot bullets, and then it doesn't move. It's really fun.
It is gratifying, even though it's busted overpowered.
It's fucking stupid.
But you know,
it's
the playing
fun.
field is even because you don't have recoil, nobody else does. So
true. Yeah.
I mean, it
fair.
lowers the skill gap, obviously, but
Yeah.
so it feels good.
All right, so Urban, you spent 5 extra United States dollars upgrading to platinum, which was a choice. It was a good choice. It's a better choice than the one you had made before, signing up as gold, which is still a good choice than not being a patron. Cringe. But we need to up that to Damascus. But in the meantime, we'll let that marinade. I'm going to let that marinade in your skull. And I'm going to ask you this. Okay, I'm going to ask you this. What did you want to say or ask for those extra 5 United States dollars per month? Or was there anything?
Tanner.
What?
I just want a 1v1 Tanner in Cold War.
Oh, you pussy.
Ooh.
Urban, shut the fuck up.
What
I'll
is your
destroy
KD,
you.
Urban?
I think it's 1.13 in Cold War, which
Cringe.
isn't cracked, but you know. I also have a diamond knife and sledgehammer and thumper, so I'm sure that has something to do with
So
it.
you're a pussy. Yeah, I got it. Yeah.
That does probably, yeah, that'll tank your KD for sure. What would be the stipulation of the 1v1? What map, what guns? Are there restrictions? Are there special rule sets? What are we doing? Set the stage.
Nope. Nada, man. Just going all out. But we'll have to probably pick a gunfight map because it's, you know, those are smaller than Nuketown and like there's less
I mean, I'll fuck you up, sure. We'll sell tickets to it. $10 a ticket.
I'm down.
Yeah,
Everyone can spectate. I'll
yeah,
body shoot you. I'll do everything. Teabag you. Yeah.
Cash App,
All
money
right.
side, and Razinon
No,
to purchase your ticket.
That's not no.
Well, and
Last time he said that, I got
Tanner's gonna
scammed out
say.
of that money that guy was gonna send. Sure. Don't ever press a button.
Did.
Don't ever press a button with your toes again. Holy shit.
Oh, I'll do. I keep those toes handy, ready. Interesting. How well do you think you do in a 1v1 against Tanner?
Obviously I'd win.
Yeah. Okay. Sure.
What weapon would you use?
I don't. It depends, honestly, because if I end up getting sniped or something, then I'm gonna have. Well, obviously Tanner's gonna end up sniping me because he's gonna get mad that I'm winning. So he's gonna be like, "Oh, I gotta pull out the best weapon category." But yeah, I don't know. It depends. It depends how he's playing. You know, you got a versatile strategy.
Wow. So he's already thinking
Versatile
like defensive strategies. Interesting, because he knows I'm gonna take the early lead. That makes sense. I mean, I'll fuck you up. Why don't you come to the hangout next week and we'll live stream it in Discord? I'll fuck you up 1v1 like I did
True.
L2K, like I did Jake down. I had a line of people 1v1ing me, stomped all of them, slapped them. I destroyed those free-for-all lobbies, easy.
Here's my issue with that. I work till like 2 a.m. and then you're asleep. I talk to Raz every Friday, but you're asleep by then. So...
Well, go to sleep at a normal adult time, Urban.
I have a job.
Stop going to sleep at... Yeah, so why are you going to sleep at 5 a.m.?
I don't have to work till 4. Well, 3:30, 4. So
What do you do for work?
I install truck windows, and then I stream on Twitch.
Why do you install truck windows at midnight?
Well, because it's second shift.
Hold on. Time out. Let's take a step back here. Why did I think you were a personal trainer? Did you used to be, or is it just you're always that douchebag posting shirtless pictures in the gym, and I just assumed you were a personal trainer?
No, I got a bachelor's in exercise science. I personally
That's
trained
what
for
it
3
is.
years.
Okay, that's what I'm
Yeah,
thinking.
but it didn't pay enough, and I was sick of struggling, so I was like, I need to make a change in my life. So
Dude,
I
it's
moved a little south, and I was like, all right, let's run it up in the blue collar life. So
how'd you
that's where
like
I'm at.
that dog shit schedule of being a personal trainer? 30-minute client at 6 a.m., nothing for 4 hours. Did you experience that?
Well, it's not bad, but like what I did was more like strength and conditioning for the
Did you
most
do it
part.
through a gym or yourself?
Well, I did it through a gym. So I worked. My boss owned his own gym, and then it was just like 3 people working there. It was just me, him, and another girl. But then I worked third shift at a Planet Fitness at night too. So like I worked midnights too. So like yeah, I was sleeping like 3 hours a day or something like that. And I was barely getting by. So I was like, need to fix this.
Yeah. Damn.
So
Interesting.
that's where I'm at. Yeah.
So I was right. Okay, you were a personal trainer. I didn't realize you would stop that. Yeah, I know I've said this before. My wife was a personal trainer like years ago, and it fucking sucked. Like seriously, she would have to wake up at like 6, work for an hour and a half, wouldn't have a client for like another hour and a half. So it's like, cool, do you drive home and waste 30 minutes driving home and back, or you just sit there for an hour and then you end up just sitting there? So then you work like 3 hours out of the day, but she's at the gym for 10 hours basically. It was cringe. And then it's like the gym was charging like $45-$50 an hour for training, and they're paying the trainers like $15 $16 an hour. Just, I mean, you know, typical shit like that.
Generally how it goes. You don't you get the small commission for it.
Yep.
I think at 24-hour fitness, those personal trainers are just like, they're just like employees of the gym, and then they get personal training within their shift. I think that would be the way to go if you were a personal trainer. So like if you work the front desk and you also personal train, if you have 2 sessions, you know, at like 2 and 3, you just, some other employee takes the front desk. So you do your personal training, get a little gravy on top of your 8-hour shift, whatever hourly rate. That would be the way to do it. But I don't know how many gyms offer that position, I guess, or option.
True.
Actually, the most lucrative way to do it, from what I've learned and experienced, is you actually have to like open the gym and then be like the person who runs the gym yourself, like as the personal trainer.
Yeah, that would require some capital.
Yeah.
But yeah, that makes sense. All right, dude. Well, any other questions, comments, thoughts, items?
Shut the fuck up, Urban.
Yeah, that.
Cool, man. Any plugs in that case?
Oh yeah, you guys can follow me on Twitch. Come watch me play some Rebirth, some multiplayer, some zombies. Urban Bigfoot _.
Nice underscore. I'm glad you put that there.
Yeah, thanks, dude.
Was Urban Bigfoot taken?
I don't remember. It might have been at the time, but then I found out that you don't like underscores, so that just cherry on top.
At least do Urban _Bigfoot.
Yeah, that would make more sense.
Urban Bigfoot is taken. I mean, what are we doing, guys? What are we doing?
I don't know. This just rolls off the tongue better.
Okay. All right. Urban Bigfoot _. Well, thanks for calling in, dude. Get scammed, of course. Hope it was worth it. Probably wasn't. And we'll have to do that 1v1. So you're going to take off work next Friday, and then we're going to do that 1v1. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I don't know if I can get work off next Friday, but one of these days I'll take a Friday off work to 1v1 Tanner to win.
Sounds good.
Don't
Sounds good.
lose money at work just to lose in a 1v1 to me. It's not worth your time, Urban.
I'll be right back.
I'll take a PTO, so obviously I'll still get paid to beat you.
Okay, well then we'll throw money on it.
Hey.
And I'll steal your money. All right, dude. Thanks for coming on. Thanks for upgrading. Appreciate you. Or not.
Thanks for having me.
But yeah. All right, dude. See you later. Take care.
See you.
And here we go.
If you will.
Hello.
Hello?
You're on the air.
Oh, man. What's up, little buddy?
What's up with you? Busy talking shit on Discord to me some more, or what? Busy typing more?
No, actually, I was gonna wait till Raz gets back, but I was gonna say something about that. I felt real bad.
Oh well, he's listening. He's on the toilet, so he's listening.
Oh, he is?
Yeah, he has a wireless headset.
Great. Well, I was just gonna say, keep telling those stories. They're fucking hilarious, right? Like, don't let the ridicule in the Discord ruin ruin the experience.
Oh, I was never gonna tell a story again because you made fun of me. Yeah.
Oh, come on. That's so
Never
great.
again.
That's so great. Oh my gosh. Just life skills that aren't there, right? But that's
Sure,
good
we'll go
if
with
we
that.
give you the hard time.
Why don't
then-
I give you the address? You can plug that into your dumb phone and show up and see which business you go to. Pick one.
my points fine, send it to me. Point
Nope.
still stands. I'll walk in and I'll say, is this such and such establishment? Nope. Okay. Oh,
How
they might even
old
say,
are
like, oh,
you?
it's down
Are
the-
you 70 years old? You don't walk into a store and say, "Oh, is this business?"
If they don't have a sign and it's not visible, then I would want to make sure that I was in the right place. Imagine, God forbid you interact with.
fucking cat.
They had shirts hanging up. They had screen printing stuff inside.
God.
They had Letterman jackets. They had all sorts of stuff, right? They had
Hank,
boxes
shut the
of.
fuck up. Listen.
Whoa.
It's not like we went to some retail shopping center, walked into a Subway, thinking it was a fucking Quiznos, okay? That would be funny, and you could make fun of us for it, sure. We went to some fucking industrial park.
It was
Where
an
there are a bunch
industrial
of-
park, yeah.
Where there are a bunch of not retail stores. None of
Sure.
them had signs, actually. And we went
Sure.
to unaddressed, right? And there was a shop or whatever, manufacturer, supplier. And inside the shop, there were shirts and jackets and patches and shit. And that's what we went to do. So we said, cool, this is it. Walked inside, started talking, and then everything, the whole conversation was fine. Because it was the right type of shop. Retail, not retail place, whatever. Right next door was an identical fucking place that sold identical shit. This is a mistake anyone could make. Go fuck yourself. This is an easy mistake
Wow.
to make.
Well,
That was a brave
except
thing to
Tanner
say.
said in the episode, he said, I was looking down and like, wait, I'm not in the place that I'm supposed to be.
Yeah,
right?
I didn't want to make it awkward because I thought about that. I thought I was like, so I'm sitting there. I'm like, dude, should I like message Raz or text him and be like, we're in the wrong shop? Or like we were kind of looking at like shirts because they were like, oh, like here's some samples over here. Like we can give you prices on those. Like that's what the material is. And like we were both over there, and I was thinking, like, should I like say this is the wrong shop? But like they were cool, so I just went with it. If they were dicks, then we would have been like, oh, I think we're in the wrong shop. So that's why we just went with
met
it.
our needs.
They did actually, shockingly, yeah.
Nobody's saying that you can't have a little dumb luck here and there, right?
Yeah.
I mean, sure
well,
enough.
Sure. Yeah, that's true.
Okay.
Either way, that was a great story. I was laughing for like the first 15 minutes of the episode
thanks
for
for- yeah.
sure. It's
Hey,
hilarious.
thanks.
You know what, dude? When you have dementia in 5 years because you're old, and then you walk into the wrong fucking store, I'm gonna clip this and send it to you.
Clip it and ship it,
Fine.
baby.
Clip
Fine.
and ship.
Sure.
Fine.
Why are you
I'm about
listening to the podcast Saturday morning, first thing?
I don't know. I guess I was it posted and I could listen to it. I think I was watching Emma
Oh, that makes sense, yeah. Watching a
I
baby
could do it as kind of-
better to do, yeah.
in the background type of thing, right? Yeah. I mean, and
True.
to be honest, it's the first Patreon episode I've listened to for probably the past, 30 episodes.
Wow.
Yeah, you mentioned that
So-
you're a behind-the-scenes only type of guy. Can you tell us why that is?
Because this is going to be a little sentimental, but like I like listening. Well, that's the stuff that I kind of care about. Like the game is whatever to me, but personally invested in Tanner's success, right? So a little
Any
sappy
successors?
For you there. Yeah. So I mean, I like to hear like what he's doing and where his brain's at. And since he doesn't talk to me about those things when I see him in person, the only way that I can get insight to those things is by watching these stupid Patreon episodes and giving you guys United States
Stupid
dollars per month.
episode, okay.
Right? So
Do
It's probably because he
you,
gives us half the ideas, so then he likes hearing what his ideas come up in the behind
how am I
the
with,
Yeah.
scenes.
how you morons
How they
screw it
went-
up, right?
Yeah, well.
So besides your rather detailed message, which we will get into not now. What were your thoughts on that episode? Do you have any
Um
besides the message, I guess?
besides what I sent to. I mean, it was pretty detailed.
It was very detailed. Yeah.
I wasn't sure that he sent it to you, Raz. So I was gonna say I actually have a bullet point. I made a list here. Shout out to Urban Bigfoot for making lists, right? All the fire.
Don't shout out Urban ever.
From Tanner. That you got from Tanner on Monday are from me. I actually had that on the list of my list of things to talk about because I wasn't sure he was going to share it with you.
I sent it to him right away. I screenshotted it right away and sent it to him. I said, "Here we go. This is something for Monday."
Hank, you're correct to be surprised that he sent it to me because it's the first time ever that he's communicated with me. So
thank you.
You are right to be surprised by this because it is surprising. I was shocked, frankly.
Sure.
Yeah. So yeah.
Well, because every time that Tanner, shut up for a second. Every time that I interact with Raz, and he literally says Tanner never told me any of this. He starts his message with Tanner never told me any of this every time.
He's he doesn't listen to anything.
No, this is so cap. This is so cap.
He also just thought Jay Bunner just came to his first hangout yesterday. He's been to hangouts for the last 4 months.
I can't speak to that.
He probably still doesn't know who Jaren is. Iron Ranger. He doesn't even know who that is.
Oh,
sure.
Man. This is great.
Nice hat, dipshit.
Oh, well, this is a cap for you.
This is absolutely.
Cool. Give me that hat.
For you.
Give me that hat. You hate M-Dub. We should make a vlog of us burning that. You want to burn that?
That's exactly what I was just going. Literally, that's what I was going to say. I was going to say we should burn this and record it.
We should do it in the forest up near Big Bear.
We should do it.
The dry forest.
It is August. It is August. There's a lot of dry brush. We should burn it. Maybe near Garcetti's home.
Oh man,
easy
in his backyard. That's a joke, by the way.
Before he goes to India, of course, right? I mean, you got to get him if he's.
Is he going to India?
Gone. Yeah, dude. He got named the ambassador to India.
Cringe. Really? You'd rather just quit.
That is absolutely correct.
I mean, sorry, but
Jesus. Interesting.
Living it up in LA and now he's going to India. Huh. All right.
Yeah.
Cool, man.
India's got some fucking cool politics, dude.
Well, and I think it's because of his response to COVID in LA, right? So India was one of the fastest growing COVID cases, or like COVID cases were growing at the highest rate, right? So obviously send Garcetti to save the day, Mayor Yoga Pants.
Yeah,
one of the fucking worst handlers of COVID. Send him to that's the government for you.
So the U.S. government wants more people in India dead.
Person for the job. Yep, exactly.
Wow.
Cringe. Government is cringe. Anyways.
Wow.
So Hank, did you have anything you wanted to ask, talk about, comment on this afternoon?
Yeah, I had a couple of other suggestions following the Patreon episode, if I could.
Sure.
First I should have opened with this. I just want to say congrats on the OP episode again. That was cool. Congrats.
Oh, thank you. Did you listen to it?
I did. Somewhat. It's hard for me to listen to them like continuously because it usually coincides with when I'm like doing bath time and bedtime with the kids. So at some points I can listen, other points I have to mute. So yeah. But I caught the bookends.
Did you know who he was before the episode?
Yeah. Because I watch Iron. I know.
Oh
Iron,
yeah.
Right. So like before they had their whole,
falling out. Yeah.
Schism. So anyway, So congrats on that. And then so I wanted to offer 2 suggestions. One, a Patreon tier that I can pay for in the Discord where you can't at me, and even if you do, I get no notifications.
It's not possible,
right? Well, that
get scammed.
pisses me off.
I would have done it for myself already. If you get added by name, you will see it. The only way is to turn off. I don't even know if that works. I think if you turn off server notifications, you won't get a notification.
Yeah.
If you get added. I could do it for a role. So like if a role, like I just disallow people from adding a role, but I can't disallow people from adding an individual. So
Jake said you can turn off mentions. Are you talking about the ones when people at just you when they're talking, or when like we at Damascus?
Yeah, so I can disallow people adding a role. I can't do it for an individual. It's not possible unless they added that functionality recently.
I don't think they did. Damn it. All right. Well, I'll go on to my next suggestion.
You'll delete Discord. See ya.
No,
Yeah.
I'll still stay in the Discord world. It's what I roast you publicly in front of online people.
Sure.
So I mean, absolutely staying around for
Okay. Cool.
The other one that I had was another idea that I figured I'd throw out on air to put more pressure on you guys. So to allow Damascus and or maybe Platinum, which obviously Platinum members are somewhat lesser than Damascus.
They're lesser.
They
Of
are
course.
lesser.
Yeah.
That is of course true.
Right.
Yeah.
So maybe just limit it to Damascus, but it'd be cool if you guys did like a roast of you guys. And I don't know, like you could have guest hosts that would do it, and people could submit like roasting comments.
I'm
you
too
guys.
soft for that, dude. People will make fun of me.
And then like Raz could read Tanner's roasts, and then Tanner could read Raz's roast, or you could have
That's
like a guest
pretty
person.
fucking good idea, dude.
That's funny, actually.
And I think that would be something that the community would really get behind and would have a good time with.
That's a really good idea. Holy shit.
Well, only Raz is allowed to be roasted, so.
Boom, roasted, right? I just got to that episode of The Office.
Oh my
right?
god,
where he's like,
yeah.
boom, roasted. Boom, roasted.
Solid ep.
Right?
Solid ep.
Yeah.
Just a solid show, of course.
Of course.
Viking is just gifting subs to every porn star on Twitch. We'll get to it in a second.
My only issue with roasts is that they are very they're very self-congratulatory.
So you don't like people feeling good about themselves?
Well, I mean, every time if you put on your own roast, it's kind of like, hey, stop, be less self-involved.
Yeah, people would like it though.
People would like it, I know. I think it's still a good idea. We'll probably do it, but it's kind of like, I don't know.
That would be funny.
It would be good though. That is a good idea.
The roast of the Dropshot, yeah.
Yeah, you might have to put it in Patreon too. I don't know that you could live stream it on Twitch just to really get the strong content out there, right? So that's
oh, interesting.
I mean,
we'd have to live stream it.
POS would be.
Well, you'd have to vet the roasts ahead of time, right? Like, there's no way to get around that. I think just either way, because you don't want to like alienate.
I don't think so. I think if we only allowed like patrons to do it, like you said. We could just tell them, don't say the F word or anything TOS, and then you can say whatever you want.
Oh, like don't
you
say.
You can say some vile shit, and it won't be TOS. That's not a big deal.
I'd report them.
Podcast,
if they're too mean, I'll report them.
Well, yeah. And Tanner's too much of a pussy for a roast, so yeah, maybe that's true. Yeah.
Sure.
The only problem, too, I have with a roast is that you guys don't have any material.
Wow.
And we've been recycling the same 3 jokes for a year and a half.
Exclamation point, 2 years.
There's one. There's one of 3 jokes.
Dirty sheets.
You weren't up. Yeah, I'm surprised you're awake. Exclamation point, 2 years. Wash your bed sheets. Make your bed. But those are kind of conjunctive. That's it. There's the roast. The roast is over. So I don't know if I want to listen to 2 hours of 8,000 fucking spins on 3 jokes, because I've already heard all 8,000 variations, actually, and they're woefully uninteresting now. So I don't know if anyone in this community has a brain and can make up new, fun, and exciting roast topics.
Vike says he can roast you for 20 minutes. You alone.
Viking perhaps could, yeah. But Viking too. See, Viking does a lot of recycling, dude. Hey, are you a liberal? Because you're just recycling all the time. All of you are. Just recycled jokes, dude.
Sure.
Do you have new material, Viking? We can find out. We can find out. So maybe we'll do it.
Let's just do the roast of Raz. The roast of Razinon. We'll start there.
Tanner's such a pussy. Tanner is such a pussy.
Well, that just sounds better than the roast of the Dropshot. The roast of Razinon. That just flows, man. I'm gonna get shirts made for it.
I think we'd have to do 2 separate ones, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah. On each of our channels.
Because then, yeah, we should do 2 separate ones. Because then, if it's like the roast of Tanner, I could write for it, and I'd be one of the presenters.
No.
And oh boy, would I have a field day, dude. A ball. Oh, I'd have a ball, dude.
That's rude, man. Why are you guys so mean?
Call me
Let me guess, gonna make jokes about my dead grandma. Real funny.
That's
real funny and rude. Wow.
Yeah, that would be on there. Yeah. I'd
funny.
recycle some, but I'd maybe have some new ones. I don't know. Anyways, that's a great idea, Chris. Yeah. What other suggestions do you have?
That was
Or
it.
was that it?
The rest of my stuff is in the message and is more uninteresting than I thought that one was. Like I said, I was trying to build some momentum with the people to make it happen because I thought it'd be hilarious. So,
That is funny.
shame you publicly type of thing. Make sure that.
Well, I guess this is already a roast, basically. Yeah, cool, man.
It's interesting that you think that publicly giving us an idea would add any pressure at all. Because what have we said before, Chris? This
Yeah.
A recycled line. A recycled line.
A democracy.
Right.
Oh, yeah, but this isn't a recycled joke, because I'm dead fucking serious. This ain't a democracy. Sorry. Not joking. Dead serious. Real
Cool.
and true. It's a reminder. It's not a joke. It's not a recycled joke. It's a reminder.
Sure.
We should have a timer in our streams, Tanner. Every 5 minutes, we say, this is not a democracy reminder. What are your thoughts on that?
We could.
We certainly could. Anyways,
You
Chris,
could clip a video and just click it on your stream deck and have it go to it, right? It's just a
that
little
would be
intermission
like a little
commercial.
Rickroll. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's not a bad idea. Anyways, Chris, any other comments, things you want to say with your face?
Nope. Keep on keeping on, boys.
Thank you, buddy.
Congrats on
Keep
OP.
on keeping on. Wow.
Indeed. Much appreciated. Any plugs? Now's the time.
No, that's okay. All good.
Cool. All right, man. Well, thanks for calling in. Have a good rest of your day. Go attend to your infants.
Yep.
And
One's a
yeah,
toddler.
we'll talk to you next time.
Later, boys.
See ya. All right, let me hit this real quick. As I was saying, Viking is just gifting subs to every porn star on Twitch. So we got one to Amaranth, Ari Love, Bala Kendra, the Win Sisters,
I'm gonna
Becky
have to go
Jew,
do some Twitch follows here.
Baby Great. That doesn't sound like a porn star or whatever that is, but okay. Princess Jazz, that's a porn star. Lucky Girl 1, Sky Blanchett. Is that how you say that? Blanchett. Ali Shakens, Overgirl TV, and Miss Beetlejuice.
A lot of
Raz.
gifty boys, dude.
Thank you for. Did I say Raz?
You said Raz, yeah. Correct.
Vike. Yeah, not Raz. Thanks for nothing. Vike. Thanks for all those gifted subs, dude. These girls are all going to come by here soon. They're going to see Raz. They're going to find out he lives in Southern California, and so do they, and we'll set him up on some dates. So, thanks, buddy. Appreciate that very much.
You're gonna have to put out an APB.
Who was next? I think Mitch, right? Sierra Jet.
Livin' cringe. Yeah.
Okay.
So that is not Sierra Jet. Living in their heads rent free. Absolutely fucking change it. You're live on the air.
Okay. I'll change it after this though. I'm gonna make my statement. But
Oh, he's got a state. Wow.
He's got a statement prepared.
nah,
It's like a
I
fucking...
actually don't have a statement. I'm leaving it dead. I just forgot to change it.
Sure.
Cool. I think I know what that's in reference to.
Yeah. I think
Okay.
everybody knows
0.03.
now.
Yeah. Well.
0.03.
Cringe plus ratio. Anyways, what's up, Caden? How you doing, buddy?
Good. Just chilling just chilling on a Saturday. Just listening to a bunch of, cocksuckers. That's pretty
Whoa.
good.
Wow, dude. Wow.
Dude,
That
you talking
is
to L or
energy,
what?
Huh?
Yeah, of course. L.
Yeah.
Come on, where are you at?
Yeah.
Yeah. You went to L's
cock right now.
home. Is that correct?
Yes, I did twice now. So
Wow.
I went to pick up his fucking mouse, and now I'm using that for my setup. But then, another time we just went and he just let me play it on the PC because never touched that before.
So you switched to KBAM.
I'm slowly. I still don't have my full PC
Oh.
setup, but waiting just on the graphics card to lower in price.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I thought you were
I got-
buying a controller off L. Who was L selling a controller to? Maybe that was Goat.
Well, at first I was tempted, and then I played on the setup, and Bango and Shido just, they convinced me. They did a little persuasion. And so
Nice.
now I'm not
Nice.
touching it anymore.
So you had fun playing on KBAM on L's rig. Why is that?
Yeah.
Tell us
Yeah, it
about
was actually way nice. Sniping was nice. That was the thing I
Sniping's
loved
nice,
the most.
yeah.
So felt crispy. So
Wait, so L has two. What's going on there? Did L already quit KBAM or what? When
no,
did he?
It's a broken mouse that he sold.
Oh, so he sold you a broken item.
there's like one button broken, right, Caden?
Yeah, it was just like it was the middle one, the DPI one. Yeah.
Oh,
Which
okay. So
doesn't
that
matter.
doesn't matter anyways.
It doesn't
Yeah.
matter because I set it and now I don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, exactly. I actually wish mine was broken because I accidentally misclick it from time to time, and I'm like, holy shit, why is my sensitivity so high all of a sudden? It's because I accidentally clicked it. So cringe. Thankfully, yours is broken.
Yeah, but no, this one's way nice. I do like it, so I can shit talk just that DPI buttons, but since I don't need it, it's way nice. Feels good gliding. Got my mouse pad. All I need is just that PC, and then I'm gonna be playing with everybody else.
Yeah, that'll be fantastic once you get all that going. The GPU shortage is coming to an end too, supposedly. That's what they've been saying.
Yeah, that's what I've been following up on.
Yeah, mining doesn't
just
get you money anymore, really. It's all gone downhill, so they're more available.
There you go. It's what they deserve. Trying to take away GPUs.
Yeah, shout out to Bjorn.
Shout out to Bjorn.
Bjorn paid $3,000 for each GPU, and now he's getting scammed.
Just already in debt, and he's only 13.
Well, yeah, it's off to a good start. Yeah.
Yeah, it's possible.
Start.
It's possible. Yeah, dude, KBAM is a lot of fun. I support the Switch for sure, as you know, undoubtedly. So you said you go ahead.
I said I just I haven't really played, like I told you guys before when I called in last time. I've only started playing Xbox in a year now, like a year and a little bit over, and so it's in competitive gaming has never been a thing for me. So switching to KBAM, it's kind of like I'm fresh on both, and so it feels good.
Oh, okay.
Kind of feels good on both because I just played Nintendo games, so it's like I played on a Wii remote. So how much skill does that take? It doesn't take much. So.
Oh, yeah, that's another thing too. It's like if you're not super invested in and used to controller, which it sounds like, as you just said, you're not really, then you might as well just go KBAM. Like if anyone was going to be new to gaming, unless they're trying to, again, like you said, be super, actual compete for money, then I would just say go KBAM if you can. Or at the very least get a PC and then kind of decide your input method later. But yeah, that's cool, dude. I hope that PC salvage hunt continues to go well. So what are you missing?
It's just a GPU. Obviously I have my monitors on my wish list, but that's just because I don't want to I just want to make sure I have that fully because I know the GPU. I was thinking while I was getting the GPU that if I buy the GPU, I won't have enough money for my monitors. And so I was holding off.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Wait, so where'd you get the rest of the build from?
I just bought it bits and pieces, just on Newegg and stuff. I got my parts already. I got a small master cooler case with a bunch of other stuff to go into it. Yeah.
Have you started assembling any of the items you do have?
No, I haven't done that yet because I want to have them all there and just kind of do it all at once.
It's probably the play. Yeah, because you've never done that before either, right?
Yeah, that'll be my first time. I'll probably have somebody from the Discord guide me if I can get them on a cam or something.
I would recommend you do that. Yeah, call into Discord with your phone, stream into a Discord channel, and just just point it at your computer. The guts of it. It's not that hard though.
Just start watching YouTube videos now, and then it'll come natural pretty soon after you watch a few YouTube videos. It's all the same pretty much.
Yeah, it seems relatively easy, but there's the things with if you have one little piece of static on you and you zap your whole zap something, and that kind of
unless you're a complete fucking idiot, that won't happen. Just make sure you discharge before, just touch metal before you start
touch the case,
playing with it, and don't don't start shuffling on carpet with socks on, and you'll be good. El said he has offered to come over and help.
I strongly El bought his.
No, El would be helpful, I think. I strongly encourage you.
Yeah, no, I just
take him up on that.
Just because I haven't had it together, I haven't accepted his offer because I'm come over, and then it's 6 months
once
later,
you're ready, obviously. Yeah. That's very nice of you, El. Yeah. How close are you to El?
I'm only 15 minutes away.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah. It's crazy. It's way fun to go over there, and just dink around on the setup. So,
because you guys are outside of Salt Lake, right?
Yeah, we're outside of Salt Lake, further down.
Yes. What is that area I've been to? What's that city again? I always forget. It's south of Salt Lake, 45 minutes. Like that's where you guys are.
There's plenty of cities. But
Provo,
I'll probably-
Orem, you guys buy that?
Yeah, I'm in Provo and he's
Oh,
in
okay.
Orem.
That's where I've been is Provo. Okay.
Yeah. So
Quiet
I
little
lived
town,
originally. Yeah, it's like I go to anywhere other than Utah. Well, any big city like California. I'm like, holy shit, I can't hear my own thoughts. But
California's a state.
so-
yeah.
oh yeah, California's a state.
So yeah, let me
Drop me.
let me say something here.
Okay.
Provo is gorgeous, right? Gorgeous.
I like it.
The mountains are nice. Not a goddamn thing to do though, it seems. Everything
Unless
was always
you-
closed. Everything was closed at like actually 7 o'clock at night. It was weird.
Oh. Yeah, it's a little weird there. Like some areas, obviously they'll still be going. Like you've been to Moab and Zion. Like there's a lot of places closed right after like 9 or 10.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, places close early.
Like some of my dumb buddies in Utah are like, yeah, Moab has the best nightlife. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like,
Barely even a town
there's
there.
Nothing there. Yeah, there's
It's
not
a
even
desert.
A town.
Yeah, what do you mean?
Yeah.
Sure, it has nightlife if you park your trailer in the middle of nowhere and party there. Sure, it's good
But there's
nightlife for
nightlife
you.
and the local fauna is alive at night.
Yeah.
That's
If you're
about it.
calling the mice running around or beetles,
Yeah.
maybe. But
Yeah.
besides that, you're
Maybe it was Orem actually. I think it was Orem that we stayed in, but we'd stay there because when we got our engagement photos done. Have you ever been to Dead Horse Point?
Oh yeah.
Have you heard of
Yeah.
it? So we got engagement photos done there, and we stayed in like Provo, Orem. Yeah, it was quiet there because I remember saying that I was like, God, I love Utah. It's so pretty. I don't know if I could live here though, man.
Hold on.
I mean,
Here we
You
go.
live in California and you went to fucking Utah to take pictures.
Yes.
it's what it is. He goes to Zion for vacation.
I
man.
mean,
He was-
dude, you
of
could
course
have
he
gone to
is.
your cabin in Big Bear. It's pretty up there.
You're a fucking idiot. That's why. You haven't seen
What?
my engagement photos. We're on the edge of a cliff.
Well, you should have jumped off.
You haven't
frankly.
seen my engagement photos because I didn't invite you to my wedding, and if I got married tomorrow, I still wouldn't, pussy.
Well, yeah, that's good.
Absolute pussy.
I don't know why. It makes me so. There are cliffs. There have to be cliffs in California. And why do you want to take a picture on a cliff? I'm so fucking lost. I hope Sierra forced you to do this. And then if she
No,
did,
because
I would
she's
say,
found this
you should
photographer she
rethink
really
the
liked.
marriage.
And she was like, she's in like Utah, but she's moving to California. So it's like, it's perfect because like she can do our wedding, but like, I don't know what we would do for the engagement photos then. So I was like, well, let's just go to Utah. Because she wasn't charging much of the time. She charged like $200 for the photo shoot. We fly for free through Sierra's stepdad. So all we had to do was pay for a hotel room for 2 nights. And it was like $80 a night. So cringe plus ratio, you're a fucking loser. Loser, leave your house sometime. You're an idiot. Get a life. Don't care. Pussy.
I can't believe it. But whatever. Anyways, so okay. How many times have you hung out with Elle in real life?
It's been twice now, but we're of course like we're gonna do it more. Like he's offered to hang out, and I'm doing some things here that I forgot to. I'm gonna be starting inviting him to, but
Nice,
yeah,
dude.
what he can do. Yeah, no, dude,
That's
it's
fucking
sweet
cool,
to have
dude.
this.
Because
Yeah,
I feel like you guys are you live in fucking Utah, so there's barely any people there. So the odds of you two like living near each other is like pretty low. It's really cool.
yeah, and then also being gunfight partners, which was even more wild. So
Oh yeah,
cool.
that's how you guys like met, kinda, or
Mhm.
figured it out.
yeah, because I texted him and he is like, of course he's gonna like say not to dox him again, but yeah, I texted him like, hey, so like I'm in Mountain State, like I'm in Utah, so like it's gonna be like this time for me. Do you want to like warm up and do gunfights? Like, I believe I'm in the same place. I don't know, fucking figure it out. I'm like, all right. So the next day we just started playing gunfights, and that's how I figured out that we lived in the same place, and that was
That's super
wild.
cool.
Yeah,
That's
it was
super
just-
cool.
Yeah, it's cool. Cool community. So
Yeah.
Well,
I say anything sentimental, I'm a new frog, but
Well, that is of course true.
yeah, yeah, of course.
Did you go to his place both times?
yeah.
Did you meet his clinically insane roommate? And was
No, I
the
haven't yet.
thermostat at 90 degrees when you arrived?
No, it was pretty that
That's good.
It was pretty cool. Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's good. That's fucking really cool. But anyways, yeah. So you said you had a statement. Were you lying? Do you have a statement?
I was lying. I just haven't changed it since I put it in because of the whole thing. But like
Got
I
it.
leave that in the past now, so I don't care. People still live in it. You know, of course, that's the statement.
Okay.
People
Still
do
live in
be
that.
living in the
Living,
past, no
yeah.
cap. Yeah. Well, if you had any questions or comments to say, you can
It's
do
hard.
that now.
Yeah, it's hard to like ask a new question when everybody like kind of repeats the same thing. But when it's like a game that's so stale. But
True.
like I have two, but the first one being is like, where do you see gaming going? Are we going to see more with like New World and stuff? Are we going to see people do MMOs or FPS shooters mainly with the new Halo? Or is it going to, are we going to have a big hype around Battle Royale still?
I think BRs are still it, because like people that play first-person shooters aren't just gonna like fully switch to New World. Like I was saying that I was like, oh, New World doesn't look that bad for a game like that, but I just know I won't like it long term. And then I saw after, apparently like Shroud said the same thing. Like I guess it's more geared towards casuals that don't like those games, and I don't know why. But yeah, I was just watching gameplay of it. I'm like, oh, this doesn't look bad. I think it's because it wasn't like as fucking loser looking as WoW is or something. I don't know. Like all the buttons. I mean, WoW is just absurd. I mean, holy shit. Stop playing World of Warcraft, people. It's cringe. Move on. The game came out 20 years ago. Holy shit.
Actually.
But so it didn't look that bad. I was like, oh, this looks kind of cool. But I just know I wouldn't play it long term. So for me, it'll just always be shooters pretty much. BRs, I think, are still king right now. I mean, yeah, Halo's getting a lot of hype. If Halo ends up being like mostly multiplayer or something, it's going to be a bust if you ask me. I don't know. And so far, what I've seen of this new game, I hate Halo, so you guys have heard it a million times, but it looks like just every other Halo. Slow jumps, real sticky aim. I mean, it looks like there's just nothing new. But granted, there hasn't been many people streaming it, so I haven't seen much in the way of gameplay, but I was watching some stuff yesterday, and I was like, it just looks exactly like how Halo did 10 years ago, which, you know, for people who like Halo, that's fantastic for them, but it's not going to, like, draw me in suddenly. So, I don't know. COD will bounce back. COD, I think, Warzone will be at its lowest player base of all time over these next few months, and it'll jump back. Hopefully we actually get that new map on launch, because if a new map doesn't come out till March, that may be too long, and that could kill Warzone almost entirely, I think, from big content creators. Even if the new map comes out then, they'll be uninterested, there'll be other games out, and there won't be any hype around it. But if that new map comes out this year, that'll bring a lot of people back, and it'll be popular again for a while.
So BRs are here to stay for a while. Yeah, number one. So I think either it'll be Warzone is like the game, or it'll be some other BR. And I think that trend will continue for a while. My guess is that BRs won't stop being the most popular genre. Rather, what I think will happen, and I don't know when this would happen, but my guess is that there will be some new BR that is still a BR, but there's like some different component to it or something different about it, where it's like, it's a BR, but like this makes it like so different that it's almost not a BR. And then like after that game, it just stops being a BR and it transitions all the way to where that intermediary deviated. I think it's going to evolve away from BRs, but BRs will be the genesis. I don't think we're just going to find some brand new genre that becomes the thing. I think there's going to be a gradual kind of turning away from BRs. In the same way that BRs got popular, by the way. The first BR was like a fucking mod for some game, wasn't it? Like H1Z1 or DayZ. I always get them mixed up.
It was pretty much H1Z1. It was made by Player Unknown, who's the guy that created PUBG after that.
Yes. So like there was this game, and then someone deviated away from how that game is played, but it was still that game. And then after that, someone made BRs proper from that deviation. I think the same thing is going to happen with respect to whatever the next most popular genre is going to be. Halo, not going to be transformative, just like Tanner said.
They don't do enough to change. They just do like, it's like they do the same thing every time. They don't try to, it's like COD has always been that way, but then Warzone came out. So I don't know. To me, COD feels more different from year to year than Halo has ever felt. Halo takes longer to put out games than they do, and it still feels exactly the same. It's just like updated graphics, and it's like the same fucking guns, basically. I don't know. I guess COD is the same way, but I don't know.
So unless Halo has a new game mode, like you can refine multiplayer, and that can dictate how successful your game is. For example, MDub to MDub 2, like the originals. MDub 2, like, did a lot better commercially, but it wasn't a different game. It was the same shit. It was just refined a little more.
Yeah.
A few more perks, more attachments, more calling cards. But it was the same shit. Halo's going to be the same thing, I would imagine. It's going to be like fans of Halo will play it. It'll sell a lot, but it's not going to become the next big game unless Halo has some brand new mode. But if that were the case, I think it would have been leaked by now, so I think it's safe to say Halo's just going to be another Halo. And then New World, I don't know. The thing about New World is that's kind of a separate conversation. I think the audience for MMOs is largely distinct from the audience for BRs. So, like, if you're like a multiplayer FPS player and a BR player, those audiences, or those games rather, those titles have a very similar audience with like 90% overlap. Whereas like BR and MMO, the overlap's probably more like 20 to 30%. Because a lot of FPS players are just not going to play an MMO, like Tanner. Like, he's just not going to do it.
Or I'll mess around with it, but I won't stick on it long term. Like when I played SWTOR with you guys, because you guys did. I was having fun with it, but it's not a game I'm going to play like for years.
Yeah, exactly. So I think I don't know. I don't think New World's going to have any bearing on. It's not going to become the biggest game. It's not going to be the new WoW because MMOs are dead. So even if it's a really good MMO, the best thing that can happen for it is that becomes the one MMO people play for the next 20 fucking years. But it's not going to be a bigger game than whatever the next big BR will be. It's not going to happen. MMOs are never going to be the most popular genre of game anymore. That came and went with fucking TBC for WoW, and that's it. See ya. So,
yeah.
Okay.
Those are my thoughts.
And I agree with them. Like, I'm excited to see, since I am new to gaming, just to see where like BR games go in general, but also like FPS, how like what games will come out, what technical mechanical features come into them, just like how games will feel. And like what you guys were saying, Halo's a copy and paste, but it's a nostalgia that everybody likes because someone will play Halo 2 and then the new Halo will come out, which will remind them of the old Halos, and like Halo 1 players still connect with the new Halo. Yeah. So you don't lose that audience as it progresses throughout the years. But like, I think it was Tanner, you said that you like took a hiatus for a little bit when like a certain Call of Duty came out because it just wasn't doing it for you.
I didn't play for a while. Yeah, I didn't. I mean, I pretty much didn't play from MDub 2 to, like, I still played all of them. I purchased every one, but pretty much from like MDub 2 to BO4, I didn't play them much. Like I would play them like on Xbox and shit because like my friends at school would have them, so I'd be like, okay, I don't really like playing shooter games on controller, but like it's better than just playing by myself on computer. And I know during those years, the PC player base was dead. So I'm like, I'm not gonna waste my time trying to find lobbies on PC because people don't play it. That pretty much died after COD 4, and then really came back in Modern Warfare 2019. So yes, I took pretty much a long time off. Yeah.
Yeah, and I feel like it's just like that feeling, or as well as you're saying, like the PC lobby, just nobody's there. I'm like, Halo, it just seems like it's consistent with its player base. Like people will still consistently be on, but like Call of Duty, like I feel like it, where I'm like, I hate Cold War. I bought it for $90 to get the package and got scammed hard.
Yeah. Yep.
And so I haven't even touched it. So.
I know. Yeah, and I bought the most expensive version of Battlefield, and I probably scammed myself. Maybe I bought the second most expensive. I don't know, but I feel I'm probably gonna regret that. But yeah, happens every year, right?
Exactly.
But yeah, I agree with what Raz was saying. I don't know what will change in BRs because it's like I would have never expected the things that are in Warzone to necessarily be in Warzone. So it's hard to guess what's going to change. But I do agree. I think it'll still be like BRs, but something somehow will change.
Yeah.
It'll vary, and then we'll keep building off of that. And BRs will still be considered BRs, but they'll be much different than like when they first started getting popular, like in H1Z1.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that'll happen too.
All right, buddy. Any other questions, comments, concerns? I think you said you had 2.
Yeah, so I was gonna ask about like because there's sometimes where you guys are like, what's your next big setup that you're going to change with the pod? Like setup or just like what are you gonna have new for the pod if it's not a secret?
Did you happen to listen to today's Patreon episode?
No, I haven't yet.
Give that a listen. We talk about that pretty significantly. But patreon.com/thedropshot if you're listening and you want to know future plans. We just did a behind the scenes episode. We talked all about that. But is there anything you want to say about that, Tanner, publicly? Big things coming for the pod?
Just keep it all hush hush if it's in the Patreon.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing like. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think so. Trying to get new guests on, that's for sure. Guests always do really well, so we're trying, thinking about who else we can get on there, who would fit well, who we would mesh well with and have a good time, actually, instead of just like having somebody on for clout that we don't care to talk to. Not a fan of that. Don't care.
Not that we've ever done that.
No, of course not. No. But I just mean like people like probably think we want to do that, but it's like we don't. Because at the end of the day, if somebody huge is coming on and we don't like talking to them, it's going to be boring to listen to. And you guys are going to be able to tell that right away that it's like, oh, these guys aren't interested. The guest isn't fully interested. So, like guests that we like and would genuinely like to talk to. That's probably our number one thing right now. Because with COD being in the state it is right now and will be for the next few months, we'll probably be looking to do more stuff like that. Because it's otherwise we're gonna run out of Saturday episodes to do pretty much. Because it's not, there needs to be more to talk about when there's not a Warzone update for a month basically. So, yeah.
If I don't hear 1 or 2 squeals from Raz when he has an interview, then I know it's not the greatest pod. It's not a good guest if it's not a couple squeals.
That's a new one.
Dude, what is going on?
Or the true. Cringe.
It was so true. I had to say it, dude. I don't know what you want from me.
No, well, that's what I know. It's a good pod. Like you guys are into it. When I hear a couple.
I watched that clip and Raiden was laughing so hard. I didn't even notice at the time. Holy shit, he was dying. That was great.
That's funny.
Anyways, yeah. So just go listen to the episode.
Okay.
Figure it the fuck out. All right, buddy. Thank you very much for the call. Much appreciated as always. If you have any plugs, now's the time.
Don't got one. You can listen to the last one where I put my Venmo in, but I don't care to plug it in again.
Cool, man. Did that work?
No, it didn't. But I expected it performed 100% how I thought it would.
So yeah, and for you know what? Because I'm a nice guy, we're gonna plug your Venmo again, and I just need to pull this up 1 second. So if you guys want a Venmo, Hayden, you're gonna do at CASEY-RILEY-2.
Yeah.
You guys didn't send him anything cringe last time.
Sure.
Do it this time at Casey-Riley-2.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you very much.
If anyone has a spare GPU, hit him up.
Actually do that. Yeah. Add him on Discord if you want to like sell a GPU, maybe a little discount. Maybe if you have a GPU farm of 16.
That's not making money anymore, and you're negative.
And you're a child, Bjorn. Then maybe you can sell it to our dear friend here. Caden, thanks for the call, man. I appreciate it.
Thank you, guys.
Later, bud.
Awesome. Thank you.
All right, peace.
Yeah.
All right, 1 second here to thank these people. Rune was in there too. He must have had to go. Sorry, Rune. So I guess we'll end on Walters here. But before that, Vike with another gifted sub to Little Miss Lisa Connors. Let's absolutely go.
That's a
Lisa
real
Connors. Yeah, apparently. And Jaren, the boy Jer, with the 5 gifted. Fucking go, Jaren. And Sierra Jet, good old Mitchy boy, with another 5 gifted. Boys! Really appreciate that, guys. Holy shit, man. Mitch, Jaron, Vike, thank you guys for everything. And here we go with our final guest of the day.
Walters, Panic Man Walters, K-Fan, what is this? K-Fan Rube, change all of it. Welcome!
Hey, what's going on, guys?
God, that's a good mic. And I think I've commented on that before. It's a nice crispy mic.
Oh,
It's nice to get away from the dog shit fucking Xbox 360 plug into your controller mics that we've been having and listen to an actual microphone. How you doing, man?
I'm doing great. It's great to be here. Thanks for letting me be on.
Yeah, of course.
His mic is better than ours, actually. Yeah, we should get that.
Well,
mic.
it's not.
Sounds
not
better.
get crazy.
Well, yeah, let's not go that far. It's actually probably some of the processing that my computer is doing to enhance the sound quality of my voice.
Oh,
So,
yeah. That
A
okay.
little
let's,
EQ.
Yeah,
Any
a little bit of
EQ?
EQ. Yeah, a little bit of compression, multi-band dynamics for any of the audio files out there.
Cool. Don't say audiophile.
Well,
Let's explain
yeah,
this
it's-
name. What the fuck is K-Fan? What is Panic Man Walters? Change it. What is K-Fan Rube? Also change it.
Okay, so K-Fan is a radio station here in Minnesota. It's
God, you
Minnesota
sounded
boy.
so Minnesotan when you said Minnesota.
it's the I would have to guess it's probably one of the biggest stations for a listener base when it comes to talk radio in the upper Midwest for sure. I mean, our radio station has like so many different affiliates. I think it actually crosses over into like eastern North Dakota and South Dakota as well. I mean, so you're talking
is a
like the
giant
whole state
station.
of Minnesota can listen to this station. Obviously, you have to listen to it on different frequencies because the frequency doesn't cover the whole state, but
yeah.
you can pretty much find it anywhere you want to go. And then if you don't know what a rube is, read a dictionary and figure it out.
Wow.
Okay. Right, got
Damn.
it.
Wow.
Do you have any water available?
No, I do not. Not right now.
Well, you need some, because I just heard you struggling to continue speaking because you were just dry in the throat. Is that correct?
Was he? I didn't notice that.
Am I bugging?
No, you're correct. I'm dealing with air quality issues right now, which is also affecting my
Oh.
my allergies and all that other
Oh,
shit
It's those
going on,
goddamn
so-
Canadians burning stuff, huh?
Yeah, it's,
Fucking
it's them
Canadians.
fires.
Put
It's
out
awful,
the
man.
fires. It's so easy. You dump water on it and it goes out. Figure it out. I mean, holy shit.
You know, I always wanted to
Actually.
go to Beijing, but after dealing with all this shit,
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
I never have to experience that ever again because their air quality is probably the same as ours right now.
Probably, yeah.
Hey, or come to LA. It's pretty bad, pretty shit here too.
Dude, those
well,
yeah,
you
those
can agree on
fires
this thing.
gets bad. You walk outside and your nose burns. It's not great for sure.
We have a
So
lot
like
of
when you
fires
walk
here,
outside,
Actually, go ahead.
when you walk outside, like do you like smell the air? Like cuz that's what we were experiencing this last week and I've never experienced that and it is the absolute worst. I'm like how in the hell can anybody live in a place like that where you go outside and you smell how disgusting the air is? It's terrible.
Like
When
it just
there are
smells like
fires,
smoke.
yeah.
Is that what you're saying? It just
Not
smells
necessarily smoke, like it was different. Like I don't know if it's really hard to explain cuz like I know what smoke smells like.
Yeah.
But it was just different. Like it was dirty. It was disgusting.
I kind of get what
I
you're
don't
saying.
know.
I think we're used to it because LA doesn't have clean air. Because I know, like, even when you go up to our local mountains here, it's like an hour and a half drive. You get out of the car, you go, you do one of those, and it's different. It's like, ooh,
It
the
is
air is
different.
clean. Like that's the first thing people say when they don't go
Yeah.
up. They're like, oh, the air is clean up here. But it's not like it smells where we're at. It's just like you breathe. Your breathing is like more smooth up there or something. I don't know, but it's like it's physically not smelling, but you don't realize that it's not great until you go somewhere else where it's a lot better, and you're like, holy shit, we don't have great air.
True. Mm-hmm.
So it's just always bad there, but then also, yeah, Southern California is typically on fire like 3 months out of the year. So we're usually always getting ash all over our cars and smelling.
How do you
burning.
guys have any trees left to burn? Like I don't understand. You guys are always on fire.
We are, yeah. Well, it's the same ones
We're
burning over and over
insanely
half
rich,
the time.
so we get what we want.
Yeah,
We just buy shit.
sure. Yeah,
We'll buy trees. Oh,
Yeah.
I'd like to purchase some trees, please.
The government burns it down and then goes and plants more and then burns it down again. So that's
correct.
what happens.
Yes. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. There's a lot of fires here. No, we don't smell shit though. But like Tanner was saying, you can tell it's like it's more crisp in the mountains.
Crispy little.
I guess
boy,
that's the best way to put it.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, I don't know. We're used to this, so we don't smell or really feel anything until we have a point of comparison.
Yeah.
Well, that's interesting. Yeah, that would explain your gulping. And I'm teasing. It's not a big deal, obviously. So this is not your first time calling in? I know I've spoken to you. I don't know if that was during a hangout or during a call-in.
No, I've never. This is my first time on the pod with you guys. So I've been to a hangout a couple times.
I've heard you.
Yeah, we've had some offline discussions. So
yeah. So Panic Man Walters, still change it. Is someone whom I contacted for new intro music. Haven't gotten back to him. I asked Tanner what genre we would want to do, and Tanner said, cool, not helpful.
I don't know.
Not helpful. And then
something that sounds good. I don't know.
And then we asked you guys in Discord, and it was also wildly unhelpful. We got suggestions, but like, I don't even know what kind of. Honestly, I don't even know why I asked, because like, unless you all said the same thing, then
we got every
it's
answer.
Not gonna be
we got
helpful.
rap, jazz, hard rock, classic. Yeah. We got every possible answer. It didn't
and that's
help
not
at
your,
all.
Yeah, that's not your guys'
Which that's
fault,
what I'm saying. It's hard to
unhelpful.
choose. I don't know. I think the general thing people were saying was like they thought that some type of rock music would fit us well. Don't know what it would sound like. I don't know, but that's what people were saying, I think, mostly.
What are your thoughts, Walt? What would you do if it was just you had total creative control? What would our intro music sound like?
Well, I really like what Tanner features on his stream, like a lot of the Harris Heller stuff. So I would want something similar to that style music. And I've been actually trying to work on creating like a synthesizer sound to somewhat sound like that, but obviously have my own flavor to it. But so I'm just trying to create something that I can use to it has like energy to it, but it's not like so over the top like you feel like you just got to get up and like move around. But I want something that's interesting enough. Like, you know, the worst thing I would want is for somebody to listen to that and be like, that is the most boring, bland piece of shit I've ever heard. Like, I mean, I don't think there could be a feedback that would make me feel worse about myself than that. Like, if you just don't like it because it's not your thing, that's cool. But if it's just like not interesting, it's just like, all right, well, that was a fail. So, as long as it's got some sort of like hook that makes you want to like bob your head or, you know, tap your foot or whatever like that, you know, something that you can kind of vibe to. That's really what I would want to do. So it all depends. I'm open to almost anything. So it's based off of what limitations I have, because I don't obviously have a full band behind me.
Yeah,
you know, I'm working with a few different pieces of hardware, but that's about it.
I have thought of some inspiration, and this is what I do. This is going to be the new genre. So my first question, Walt, if you are capable, well, here's a qualifying question. What do you know about sitars?
Sitars? This
you're
is the
fired.
first time I've heard about it. Okay.
All right. And you're fired.
Wow.
No, I'm kidding. There's an instrument called a sitar, which I believe is what is being used in one of my favorite pieces of media.
It's all computer generated.
Well, okay, it's a computer generated sitar though. This is a sitar is an instrument that's like from India, Pakistan region. And it is, I think, being used digitally or otherwise. Cringe, Tanner. In a YouTube video, which I've linked in the stream chat, that you can check out at your leisure, Walt. That song is a fucking banger, dude. Holy shit, it's good. And I would love our intro music to have a sitar, dude. Because that beat fucks hard. Holy shit, it's so catchy. If we could make an original piece of media featuring some digital sitars, dude, I don't know if board, dude. I'm on board.
I don't know if it's the sitar that makes it good or if it's just the beat of it. Because you can make a really bad song with a sitar. So I'm thinking just something similar to that beat. Doesn't necessarily have to be a sitar. Change it. We're going to call it a sitter. That's what we're calling it. So it doesn't have to sound like that, but it is a banger. It does get Raz's head bopping. It does do that, yeah. Like Walt was just saying.
It gets your head bopping too, does it
does.
not?
It does, but you bop more than me, yeah.
It fucks, dude. This song just fucks.
Does it?
Well, if you could, whenever you get a chance, listen to that song
give us your thoughts.
And give us your thoughts. See if you could make something with that vibe for the intro music, and we can you know, send you some voice lines.
I think a lot of artists, especially people who are trying to be up and comers, they will actually take like a particular song, or they will take an artist and they will
sample it.
They will they'll sample it, or they'll use it as a reference. So it's good to know that there is something that you guys like and that you would want something to sound like. So now I have a reference point to be able to work and start to get going on, you know. And for this sitar, I'm sure that there are a million plugins out there for instruments and stuff like that. So I'm sure I could find one.
Sitar, definitely, yeah. It's actually relatively common. There are like really popular songs with sitars in them. I think Metallica has one.
You should go buy one at the store.
Or a couple. I could. I'd be an expert in it. I've mastered guitar. I beat guitar, so I could move on.
You should sign that guitar, and we should like send it to someone.
Raffle it off. Yeah,
raffle it off.
That's a good idea. Auction it.
It could be something you could do for the Damascus patrons. You know, play a little jam for them.
Well,
true. A little Damascus concert. Monthly Damascus concerts.
Let's go.
Easy.
That's an idea. It's an idea.
Don't request something you don't want. Don't do that.
Well, yeah, you guys do that a lot. Anyways, yeah. Okay, cool, man. Why are you such a big fan of a fucking radio station? How old are you? You must be dying to listen to radio, right?
Yeah. I'm what you call a boomer. I'm 35.
Ooh, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So why do you listen to the radio ever?
You'd be friends with Boomer Town Gaming for sure.
Well, like most people, I have a real job that requires me to go to work and do things.
Drive.
Interesting.
And to pass that time of repetitive work, you have to listen to something.
And what do you like about this radio station? The songs they play?
No, it's talk radio. It's sports talk radio.
Oh, sports. Okay, now it's making sense.
It's sports talk radio.
What kind of sports do they talk about on
it's
that
mainly
show?
Football. So the KFAN station, KFAN, is the radio home of the Minnesota Vikings. So a lot of NFL talk there. So it's a wonderful time right now for football fans. Training camp is starting up and preseason's right around the corner. And then you got the regular season, and it's just I think what I like most about it is they have a lot of listener style segments where they'll answer emails or they'll take calls just from random rubes. That's where, you know, I get the rube from. And they they talk about their thoughts and stuff like that. And some of them are really good, and then some of them are just comical. So I think it's kind of like waiting for the train wreck to happen, and when it happens, it's awesome. But otherwise, they also have a lot of good guests on there, like that were once professional athletes. So I mean, it's a really great station, and their morning show is by far probably one of the funniest things I've ever listened to in radio. I'm surprised they haven't been shut down because of some of the shit that they say. It's
really?
So
Canceled.
close to the line.
Were you an Opie and Anthony fan?
What?
No, I haven't heard of him. I'll have to check him out.
Opie and Anthony? You've never heard of Opie and Anthony?
No.
Dude, You would like it. It's off the air now, and it was relatively old, but you are too, so you'll appreciate it, I think. It's two dudes did a radio show. I think it was on Sirius. It definitely was on Sirius. I don't know if it started there or not, though. But they were fucking insane, dude. If I listen to them sometimes, I'll go on YouTube and type in, like, Opie and Anthony or Best of Opie and Anthony, and it's fucking
you also watch
great,
debates,
dude.
so...
True, yeah, but it's a really, really fucking funny radio show, especially like the best moments. They had like comedians on a lot, so they had like Patrice O'Neal, Joe Rogan was on there a couple times. They had Jim Norton. He was like part of the show. He's fucking hilarious. You would, if you're ever real bored, you can look that up on YouTube. It's genuinely fucking hilarious. Great talk radio show. Yeah,
I miss Loveline. Do you ever listen to Loveline?
No.
Of course I listen to fucking Loveline. Who hasn't listened to Loveline? Is that what you're going to say?
No, of course I didn't listen to Loveline.
You never listened to Loveline?
No, I didn't listen to fucking Loveline, dude.
Why? That's the funniest show ever on the radio. Because people were so
I've never
dumb.
listened to the radio.
Do you even know what Loveline is?
Yeah, with Dr. Drew.
Holy shit, it's so funny. You've heard the story how Joey called in, right? And they told him he needs counseling?
Wow, no. Okay, now I want to listen to this episode.
That's why.
Tell me about that, dude.
Joey called in one time talking about like ex-girlfriend shit. And he's like, yeah, I just don't know what to do. And he sounded like a fucking idiot. You can tell he got all nervous, didn't know what to ask. And one of the guys was like, I think you need therapy, man. Like, you should actually, like, you should seek some help. I think you need therapy.
Oh my
Joey's
god,
like, oh,
dude.
All right. Oh man, I gotta find that clip, dude. Holy shit. I'm gonna ask him.
If you have it, I desperately want to listen to that. Holy fuck, that's funny.
Anyways.
Please do.
Anyways, that's a funny show.
Yeah, yeah.
All the good radio shows around here have been canceled, actually.
No one listens to fucking radio.
Surprise me.
Yeah.
Especially when satellite radio started happening, all these local places really struggled, I would imagine. But yeah, okay. Yeah, well, interesting. Was there anything you wanted to talk about, discuss, ask, comment on?
Yeah, so listening to your guys' latest Patreon episode, you guys have been talking a little bit, hinting about like YouTube and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Streaming on there. If you guys were to suggest anybody who is trying to become a streamer, create a community, would you have them start streaming on YouTube, or would you tell them to start on Twitch? I mean, because I've been looking at stuff, and the requirements for being able to actually get subs is different, but like I feel like YouTube, the threshold to actually get there seems a lot harder than what Twitch would be.
Yeah.
But like the thing about Twitch is that you have to like maintain, like once you I'm sure you still have to do the same with YouTube as well, but like let's say you have let's say you're not a game, you can't put out content 2-3 times a week, but you can only put out content once, or maybe once a week, or maybe it's only for part of the year, because let's say you're doing like a sports show or something like that, where so being able to do a show where you can't devote 100% of your time yet still try and make a little bit of money on the side, it's like, well, how do you do it? Can you do that even? Like, do you have to invest everything into your online presence to be able to actually get somewhere?
Tell us exactly your situation, and then we can help you a little better.
Well, I was gonna wait for that till the plug, but yeah. So what I'm doing, what I do is I have a fantasy football podcast, and I'm not necessarily looking to become full-time or go huge, but I mean, obviously that'd be great, but
yeah,
I just I want to, like, if people want to donate, I want to make it as easy as possible. And if it's as easy as click and sub, and we'll throw you $5 a month or whatever, so that's great. But with Twitch, fantasy football is only football is 6 months out of the year. So what am I going to do in the summertime? I'm not good enough at gaming. I mean, I fucking suck at gaming. So nobody's going to want to watch my stream.
Yeah, a couple thoughts. So first of all, I don't buy that you cannot do a fantasy football podcast 12 months out of the year. Number one.
Well,
It's
it'd just be
certainly gonna
slower. He can do it. It'll just be slower in the off months.
I don't even know necessarily about that. Like, I mean, yeah, sure. I don't know how big of a football fan you are, but if you have a fantasy football podcast, I'm gonna venture to say you're a pretty big fan. You might follow the off season quite a bit, or news in general related to football quite a bit. So first of all, I would say you have 6 months covered when the season is when it's in season. You're in season, and then the off season comes. You could do a week or two of like recap. You could also, in that other 6 months, you could talk about the off season. You could talk about, like, I don't know anything about football, so you'll get the gist of what I'm saying if I'm not being precise. You could talk about like who the Vikings are scouting, who they're looking at, where the fucking recruiters are going, what schools they often go to. So I think a lot of these football teams, they probably all like to go to about the same colleges or whatever. But you can be like, oh yeah, so this linebacker from UCLA is real promising. He might be like a top 10 draft pick. And the Vikings really need a linebacker this year. So I bet they're fucking going over there. And let's take a look at this guy's metrics. Let's take a look at his 40. How much did he bench? How many times did he rep 215 or whatever the fuck they do at the combine? There are things absolutely you could do in the off season that would actually be super interesting, because what you have to realize is that if you have people that are going to listen to a fantasy football podcast, those are the types of people who are big enough fans of football that they will want football content even in the off season. So I don't think you wouldn't have an audience in that off season, and I don't think you would be bereft of content in that off season either, because there are plenty of things related to football to talk about in the off season. It would be a little more intensive on your end, certainly at the beginning, but once you got in a groove, I don't think it would actually be much more work, and I don't think you would really lose much of your listenership, viewership, what have you. Another thing that I would say that you were kind of touching on is if you are trying to, like you're saying, like, you know, I don't expect this to be a career or anything, but I wanted to have at least some success or a chance at success. I think the biggest, most important thing, if you want any traction whatsoever at all, is a schedule and consistency. Now, it could even be once every 2 weeks we're going to do an episode. That's fine, as long as it's once every 2 weeks. And you do not want to do something where you do 3 episodes week 1, 0 episodes for another 2 weeks, and then 3 episodes again on week 4. That's actually more episodes than if you did 1 every 2 weeks. That would be 6 episodes compared to 2. However, doesn't matter, because people will forget about the podcast and then they won't come back. So more important than quantity of shows, contents, releases is consistency of those releases. If you did 1 every week, I think that would be a great start if you could swing it. Once every 2 weeks, I think could be fine. Once every month is possible if you're putting a lot into it. There are YouTube channels that do a video once every 3 months, and they're fucking giant. Now, that is the exception. It's not the rule. I would say you would want to do them consistently, but not necessarily often. But you'd want to have a schedule. I think that is integral, especially if you're just starting out, to getting any traction at all. Where to stream? Not Twitch. Fuck Twitch. Twitch is an awful website. It will tank sooner rather than later. I'm guessing inside of 5 years, it's either going to be sold off or it's going to be dissolved altogether. This is nothing but a headache for Amazon, and for a creator, even if it was a great website that was going to stay around forever. The revenue split is the worst of every social media platform on the internet, and that's not a joke, actually. OnlyFans has better splits. Pornhub has better splits. Patreon has better splits. YouTube, of course. Mixer did. Facebook Gaming. They all have far more advantageous revenue splits than Twitch. Twitch is literally the #1 worst. For creators, don't come here. There is no ad revenue either. XQC, who has fucking 70,000 concurrent viewers, if he got the same viewership on a YouTube video, he would make 10 to 50 times more money for the same amount of viewers on YouTube than he does on Twitch. The ad scheme is a disaster here. And lastly, but certainly not least, you're not trying to make a podcast about video games. You don't need to come to Twitch. I would strongly encourage you don't do it on Twitch. I would say you should do it on YouTube. Now, one of your concerns was that it is harder to reach the stage where you're allowed to monetize on YouTube than it is on Twitch, which is to say monetization on YouTube takes longer than getting affiliate on Twitch. True. However, doesn't matter. Because if you reach monetization sooner on Twitch, you're still not going to get any meaningful money for months, because that's how growth happens. So that shouldn't be a consideration. YouTube is definitely absolutely where you would want to start streaming, even though monetization on YouTube is going to take longer. Because another thing is the YouTube algorithm's way better. You'll be more discoverable there, and you can link to a donation link or a Patreon, which you can monetize right away in the description of your YouTube episodes. And then that is effectively monetization, even though it isn't directly through YouTube subs, memberships, or ad revenue.
Right on.
So,
That's
yeah.
cool.
What are your thoughts on that stuff? Does any of that seem workable? Any objections?
Yeah. No. The thing is that if I'm able to get big enough in the off season, or if I'm able to get big enough where I can start doing monetization and stuff like that, I would just be concerned that I'm not getting like the type of content that would be good for the not good, but like enough content in the off season for justifying asking people for money. So, but the biggest thing
don't make that decision for people. That's something you should be careful of. Have the donation link. If the episodes are free, which it sounds like that's your intention, which I think it should be, especially starting out. If the episodes are free, you can ask for money. And then if people think, well, your off-season content isn't worth the money, that's fine. Then they won't give you money. But don't make that decision for people. I don't think that should dissuade you. I think you can ask for it, and then don't say like you're a cunt if you don't give us money. Then okay, sure. But if you're saying like, hey, by the way, if you want to support the show, I know it's the off season and we didn't talk about shit and you shouldn't give us money, but if you want to waste it, go ahead. Here's the donation link. It's been working for Tanner and I.
Yeah.
So
for sure.
I wouldn't make that decision for people. But anyway, go on. Sorry.
Right on. No, I also wanted to say that I'm not in it for the money. Money is nice, but like I just generally love talking about football and fantasy football. So that is last year was the first year my buddy and I we started this up on YouTube last year, which we had a lot of fun with. And after I found you guys and saw what you guys are able to do, and you actually like have a whole community of people talking about a video game and much more, I'm like, well, that's what I want. I want to have a place where people can come, they can hang out, they can shoot the shit if they have fantasy football questions, or if they just want to, troll people with their football takes. I mean, that's what I want. I want to have a place where people can come and interact and have a lot of fun. If I was to have an ad about my podcast, it would be this podcast you don't listen to. This is a podcast that you interact with. And I really think that would be something I'd be way more proud of if I could get a huge community of people to come and hang out rather than making a ton of money off of it.
Yeah,
so,
for sure.
I mean, that's just me.
The thing, those are basically, that's a difference kind of without a distinction. The more people you get involved in your community, the more money you will make.
Right.
and that it can't be otherwise. That's how this space works. You will make more money whether you like it or not, unless you just literally don't allow people to give you money, which you shouldn't do, of course. But the point I'm making is that every kind of piece of advice I gave applies in exactly the same way, even if you don't care about money. Because if you don't release episodes on a consistent schedule, for example, then you won't get the community you're asking for, because people won't listen nearly as much. So they're just, it's one and the same. The advice for earning money versus for building a community, all that advice I said is exactly the same in either case. So,
Right
so if you do want to build a community, if that's what's important to you, that's cool. But still, you definitely want to be on a consistent schedule, even if it's not super frequent, like once every 2 or 3 weeks or whatever.
Cool.
But I think once
Right
a week would be ideal if you can swing it. I know that would be hard, but
during the season, that's not a problem. You know, there's so much to talk about.
And something too you could do is like you could have kind of a 2 seasons of your year where the when football's in season, you do 1 episode a week or you do 2 episodes a week, and then in the off season you guys switch to once every 2 weeks or once every month. That maybe could work too. I'm thinking maybe once a week in the season, once every 2 weeks in the off season. That would be something that would be totally fine as well, and people wouldn't forget about you with that schedule. As long as you just tell people, hey, this is the schedule. Because when people can expect you and you're regular, then people have something to look forward to, and they get that consistency. But there are podcasts that I've listened to where they're not consistent, and like I'll love their content, and they'll be doing like 2 episodes a week, and then all of a sudden they just won't make an episode for 3 months. And it's like, I've forgotten about them. And then when they release a new episode, I'm like, I've moved on. I've got another whole library of shit I listen to all the time, and I just don't ever go back to those episodes.
Cool. I mean, that's the reason why I started listening to your guys' podcast. I mean, I searched Call of Duty podcast on Spotify, and I looked at and see when the last episode was posted and how frequent they are. And I'm like, okay, this seems like it could be something worth listening to. And for the most part, it has been. So
yeah,
I mean,
that is a thing
I totally
with the
get
COD
what you're
podcast.
saying. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah. That consistency is just super important. And like, this is something we hear a lot is like, oh, I listened to the podcast and like I fucking hated you guys at first, but like then you guys grew on me. If we did an episode once a month, we wouldn't grow on anyone, because they would listen, hate it, and then by the time a new episode released, they wouldn't have they're over the window where they would give us another chance. So that consistency, I think, is really important.
Right on. Cool.
So,
I appreciate it.
Yeah, man. Any other comments, questions, concerns, complaints?
No, I don't think so. I would be I would be really surprised to see how the transition goes for you guys from Twitch over to YouTube. Like, have you guys like thought about any of that? Like, I mean, I know you guys have thought about it, but like, when somebody does that, how much of your like listener base do you think would be like, yeah, I'm not switching over?
Probably a lot. That's the issue. Probably a lot. Yeah.
I'm not so sure. Like, we wouldn't really lose listeners because 99% or more of the people who listen to this podcast, this is something that's totally lost on many of you in the Discord, by the way. 99% of our listeners are not in Discord, they're not in Twitch, and they're not even watching on YouTube. They're listening on an app. So they don't like all the little niche things that a lot of people complain about. You guys have to keep this perspective, is that we're doing an episode for you guys. You're the most like hardcore, diehard, loyal supporters, and we will cater to you when possible. But don't forget, there are far more people who are not in the Discord that we have to keep in mind. and appeal to. So anyways, if we switch to YouTube, we wouldn't really lose any listeners, because no one who listens to this podcast only watches it on Twitch. I don't believe that person exists. And if they do, there's maybe fewer than 50 of these individuals.
There's been very few people that have even found us through Twitch. Like the only people that have found us through doing things like the OP Marked episode, and like a couple of his mods came in and they listened and they follow. Like those people found it on Twitch, but realistically, people like that probably aren't gonna be listening for long term anyway. It's like they found it, they may pop in here and there, but it's like they're not going to the apps and doing it anyways, or listening. So
so we're not worried about losing listeners at all, because the RSS feed wouldn't change, so it would still be at the same Spotify link or whatever.
Cool.
But there are other concerns, but yeah, we kind of already talked about those in that episode that sounds like you listened to.
I did, yeah. It was a good app.
Nice.
Thanks, man.
Cool.
Jesus.
I'm clipping that. It's going to be a drop.
My mic clipped. Go ahead and give us all your plugs, buddy. You got that podcast? Anything else you want to plug? Now's the time.
Yeah. So if anybody's interested, you guys can search the Victorious POD on YouTube, and if you listen, great. There's nothing new on there since the season hasn't started yet. We're going to be getting that fired up here quick, but just give us a
name
sub.
Again?
Victorious POD. If you're in Discord, you just click on my name and you'll
Victorious
see.
Pod.
Yeah. Well, yeah. It's a play on words for the Notorious B.I.G.
Oh,
it's Victorious P.O.D. So
Notorious P.O.D. Okay, cool, nice. Sorry,
so just give me a follow. That'd be super appreciative. Once I hit like 100 follows, I can have my own custom URL. So instead of telling people to search for me on YouTube, I can actually give them a link, which would be really dope. So
yeah. So Notorious POD on YouTube. Go subscribe.
Victorious POD. I'll type it here.
Holy shit. Okay.
Victorious,
Victorious POD on YouTube. Go subscribe to it. Support our mans, Panic Man Walters, and then here's what I want you guys to do: go subscribe to his YouTube channel, go to his latest video, like it, and then comment and say change your Discord and Twitch usernames. Thank you. That's what I want you guys to do. Any other plugs you want to make, brother?
No, that should be it. So, I really appreciate the time. This was awesome. So.
Yeah, dude. Thank you. Thanks for coming on, man.
Thank you for calling in. I hope some of that advice was helpful, and this was a pleasant conversation. And don't forget to fucking get involved, get active with the sitar, dude. Get active with the sitar.
Yeah, I've been searching this whole time. We've been talking for plugins. So.
All right, huge. All right, buddy. Well, thanks again for calling in, man. Good call. Fun and exciting, and hopefully we'll talk to you again soon.
Right on, guys. Thanks.
Peace, dude.
All right, brother. Bye. Tanner, any other things you need to get to?
Oh, do you want us to end the recording real quick first?
Oh, okay. I can do it now.
Yeah.
All right. Boys and girls, that's it for the call-ins. Right on schedule. My phone said 3:30, so that's kind of the out I was looking for. So stay mad, Tanner. Once again, this was our call-ins for Platinum and Damascus patrons. If you guys want to get active, patreon.com/the Dropshot, sign up for Platinum or Damascus. We offer a number of benefits for those tiers, one of which is this. We do at the end of every month, the last Saturday of the month at 1 p.m. Pacific time. Also, if you're worried that you wouldn't be able to get in before the time allotted, don't worry about that, because what we do is we have everyone join Discord, they get in the room, and if you've never called in before, you're prioritized. You're pushed up in the queue. So if you're like, worried you wouldn't be able to get in, don't be. Because if you're the only new person, or if you're one of a few new people, we'll definitely get to you at the next one. So keep that in mind. So other than that, boys and girls, hope you enjoyed this episode. I had a lot of fun. This was a good ep for me.
That was a solid one.
It. Yeah, solid little call-in. Fewer dog shit questions than normal, surprisingly. So good job, guys. looking forward to it tanking next month. So other than that, that's it. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for listening. For those of you here live, we're doing an episode tonight at our normal time. That will be in 3 hours and 38 minutes. So thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Have an excellent evening. We'll see you tonight. Stay humble.
Stay humble.